Welcome back to your Monday night dosage of D&D. We are the adult group that likes to make dick jokes and make fun of each other. Figures and vagabonds.
Hey, you know who we are now.
Welcome to Dungeons and Dickheads.
Yeah. We are running Dungeon of the Mad Mage. We are session 25. Day 68. Time 12:30-ish in the afternoon.
Sounds about
Not
right.
that we know.
Yeah.
One of us probably doesn't.
The sun keeps revolving even though you don't see it.
Yeah.
We are currently on level 4. Last session, you guys talked to some Kuatoa fish people, and they told you about some thing that was poisoning the river, and then you guys graciously went to investigate it, and may have got thrown on the bus a little bit. And there was an aboleth and 4 chules, or lobsters as everyone's calling them.
There was also a beholder-ish thing
that I summoned.
Yeah, that someone else created
somebody
something.
created and then proceeded to attack us.
Yeah.
So we were taking a short rest and then we were going to go after
No,
we were just going right after him.
We hadn't gotten
Right now,
to it
combat
yet.
just ended. It's like 30 seconds after
I'm
combat.
casting guidance on myself, and I'm trying to figure out what I remember about aboleths.
Okay.
Chip,
Yes.
do you know the spell water breathing?
No.
What do you want?
I guess history. Or nature. I think they're both the same.
I just know water walk.
Both intelligence. Yeah.
And we got about half an hour left on the one we got.
16.
16.
I'm going to heal Nettie back up. And you went and got my maul for me.
Yep.
You had
So,
cloak.
you remember about them that they are... we'll just go down the list and I'll just pick out some things. They speak deep speech. They can speak telepathically. They can breathe in air and water. They have a mucousy flesh.
Because I have spoken to one on many a times. In
Okay.
the form of a stone of lore. So,
You remember that they have tentacle attacks that cause a condition. They can enslave people. And as you're basically trying to remember, your skin, actually this is for you and Geist. You feel like your skin start to turn translucent and like slimy. And this is gonna be so bad. And you kind of feel like water is your friend now.
so I feel like standing on the island here, I'm kind of like feeling a little...
Right now, you're fine. Everything's like you're slimy, you're moist, your skin's turning translucent.
Can I try to put 2 and 2 together and figure out what's going on right now?
Give me an insight check. We'll do that.
I will guide myself again because I need the help of Yog-Sothoth.
Of Yagi, my boy.
That's a 19 plus 4, 23.
You can figure that whatever this condition, disease, whatever you have, if it isn't cured, you will have to basically remain in water or near water until that's done, or you're going to start taking damage.
Okay. Guys, I don't feel so good. And then
I mean, feel fine.
well, I noticed that my skin is turning translucent.
Yeah. Young Bull's still enlarged, by the way. How long does that last?
That's a minute, I think.
Yeah, so
So-
we'll be gone.
Oh, so it's
It'll
gone
be
now.
gone by now.
Yeah,
is
it's
it,
gone
is
now.
it a disease?
The incubation period's gone.
You don't know?
Oh,
Would you like to make a check to find out?
yeah. Can I ascertain if this is a disease?
Sure. Give me a medicine check.
And Geist is also like, I'm not feeling good either.
You said medicine?
Yep.
It's 26.
26.
You cannot see me.
You can suggest that this is a disease caused from the aboleth.
Okay, so I have lesser restoration that can end one disease or one condition.
I mean, try it and see what happens.
Lesser restoration doesn't do. Oh yeah, one disease or one. Yeah. The condition can be blinded. Oh, it has to be one of those though.
But that's a condition, not a disease.
Okay.
You just said it was a disease, then.
Doesn't hurt to try.
Can I upcast it as a 3rd level spell?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, what does it say?
No, I can't. It doesn't have like a.
It doesn't have a bump.
Well, you can use any spell slot to
That's
cast.
what I was
Yeah,
asking,
it
right?
just doesn't have any additional.
Yeah. So I'd have to use a 3rd level spell because I only have a 3rd, a 4th, and 2 firsts left.
I mean, try it and see what happens.
So who's more?
You see both of them start to.
Well,
No, I'm asking the rest of the group. Who do we think is more valuable?
Yeah, let's have this conversation. Who do we want to live?
Between who?
I'm kidding, Lord Phillips, please.
I was actually gonna say give it to Geist.
too
Yes.
late. He already did it.
Yeah. All right.
I cast lesser restoration.
Also, like, how far is
I draw-
Chip's character to ask? Because why don't you just pick Lord Phillips?
Yeah, pretty much. I draw the symbol of the hammer of Morden on his forehead, like I did with the Croatoan, and pull, and a mote
Are you trying to look up stuff
of
on?
disease pops out of his head, and then I
'Cause I
dash it to
think-
the ground,
So
casting
when
lesser
you go to
restoration.
start to pull, nothing happens.
Well, that sucks.
I think we may need to kill this thing quickly.
Well, that was a 3rd level spell for nothing.
So we
I
saw
knew it
the
wasn't
way
gonna work.
you
I mean, like if your character doesn't know, you'd still try it. So
Well, I mean, is this disease? You said
I
it
would
was a
recommend
disease.
that we
I
quickly
didn't.
tie ropes around each other and have our swimming friend here take us through the cave that we know it to have gone through.
I'm not strong, but okay.
Well, we're also running on top of the water.
Yeah, we still have water walk for right now.
I know, but
Hey
you
guys,
went
do
under
you
the
have
water.
that rod of slaying?
Yes.
A good thing is I know the direction of this thing at all times. So
So we cast the rod of slaying on you, and we do what you said.
you swim.
So how do I feel when I dip into the water? Do I start to feel any different? Like a little better?
yeah, it feels better.
Oh,
I'll go to the
quickly.
pile of ship.
I go to where I got that ping in the pile.
Yep. I'm just.
And you said there was
I'm
a
trying
bunch
to
of
pull
money
up my
too.
character now.
Oh, okay.
Yep. I'm gonna make.
So
I'm just gonna
quickly,
commandeer this thing.
I will have Nettie and myself go through and start collecting up as much as possible from these piles, as well as the one ping that I felt earlier.
There's a wall.
What'd you find?
Don't know yet.
So you guys are on the island over here. So this is off the map over here. I just forget.
Okay.
It's like I just wiped blue shit out.
So, Matthias, do you feel him close to us?
What direction is he?
So are you looking at what you're pulling, or are you just grabbing everything? It's
If it looks like
coins, all kinds of stuff. That's
I mean,
gonna
we can
get-
get it later.
I'm gonna get the ping item mainly.
so the ping is a pair of boots.
What do these boots look like?
Mystic Weaver, thanks for the follow.
Thank you,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Weaver.
And then there's a pile of coins.
How big?
A lot.
I will grab them all.
Over 5,000 coins.
So I will hold
collectively.
off on the coins for now. We'll go after that, but I do grab the boots.
Okay.
Put them in my bag.
Yep. There's there's a pair of boots and an amulet.
And an amulet.
Mhm.
I'll put them both in my bag.
Okay.
And so are we off to kill this thing?
Let's do it.
So I will take the forefront along with anybody else who wants to join me.
I'll go up front with you.
I'll take the front because I know what direction the thing is.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, then I'll be behind you.
Does it feel
Or are you
like
gonna be
he's
like
close?
Are you gonna be like Rudolph walking between us?
Well, I can't exactly tell how far he is. I just know what direction he is.
Also, Luithi, thanks for the follow earlier.
Hey,
Yes, thank you.
I know we didn't say it at the top of the show, but if we have five.
Oh yeah, since we have some people, we're trying to give away dice. We have a lot. If we get 5 viewers by halftime, we'll put a keyword in the chat. If you respond, you get a chance to win a set of dice. It's a lot of Chessex and a lot of random.
Rando dice.
Yeah, about a random dice. But it's a full set.
They could be yours from us.
Could be
to
yours
you.
for the cheap price of shipping and handling. No, I'm kidding.
They're completely free.
$20.99 shipping and no handling. And if you live close enough, we'll personally deliver them ourselves.
No, we won't.
Oh.
Alright. I give up on my character. sheet.
We
I don't
meaning
need it
him.
Anyways.
I ain't going fucking nowhere. Coronavirus out in this bitch.
Someone tried to shake my hand yesterday. I just stared at them. I'm like,
Yeah, they are coronavirus free, as we are. None of us have symptoms at the moment, so we're good. Yep. There we go.
Moving on.
Just found kicked out of the D&D groups.
if that's what gets me kicked out.
Okay, so who's
Matthias and myself and Chip are headed towards the area that he feels the ping of this monster.
I'll follow
Yeah, the
close
direction.
behind.
I think that's Larash.
That's me.
Yeah,
you?
Rash is
Well,
Matthias.
I don't know where my other mini went, so yeah, that's me.
So we said Carl.
Chip is right. You're right next to Chip. There you go.
So first, when we get to an opening, I'm
You can
going
turn the
to
map camera to a little bit.
I'm gonna stealth.
Right now, there's no opening.
Oh, okay.
You're walking into a wall because you still have water walk on.
Okay.
You can assume that there's a tunnel underneath.
All right. So we're gonna need to try to swim past this fucking water walk. This
Yeah.
thing has been such. I get it, Bill. It was a benefit to get here.
But now it fucking
It's a
It is
curse.
fucking us.
Well, hang on. Actually,
That's good.
Can you dispel magic?
no. Can anybody dispel magic?
I mean, no.
So is
Young
everyone
Bull
else staying on the
smiles.
island?
What's that?
Is everyone else staying on the island?
No, I figured they
No.
were all following.
Young
No,
Bull's
we're-
taking the rear guard.
Yeah.
I just
No.
never said it.
Yeah, we're all
So,
going.
Nettie
I
is
said I
with
was
me,
following
but
close
until
behind.
shit starts, you can leave them
Are
out
you-
there. But Nettie's right with me as well.
Does he know how to swim?
I
I
poofed.
mean, he doesn't have to breathe. He can just hold on to me.
Have swim speed.
Yeah, she's poofed out. Kylie's poofed.
We'll see if they come into play. We'll put them back,
Okay.
and then
We're all gonna attempt to try to
Get
swim
on the
with
water
water
and
walk.
swim.
okay.
Even if we got to try to athletically like climb along the rocks to pull ourselves down. There.
Well, so how we were doing it last time, I'll allow you to swim down, but once the you'll kind of like swim down, find the opening, and then after you kind of get it, you go and just kind of
Hit whatever we hit.
yeah.
I'll just rotate and then walk into
Sure.
the cavern, upside down.
I don't think that's how that works.
I will. Before I descend down, I'll cast guidance on myself.
I will as well.
Okay.
So we'll.
And then try to head under to find this little cavern entrance.
Yeah. Matthias will dive and swim 120 feet.
So you can hold your breath in case it matters. 1 plus your Constitution modifier.
1 minute.
Yeah, 1 minute plus your Con modifier.
So I can hold mine for 4 minutes.
Minimum of 30 seconds if anybody's Con fucking sucks.
I can hold mine for I don't breathe.
Got him.
Yeah, I hold my breath before going up underneath.
I hold my breath before going up
Alright.
underneath.
Does anybody do like the
And then I see
the
them
little
doing
treatment?
that, and I copy them thinking I need to.
I can breathe underwater, so
Oh yeah, with the cloak.
with the cloak.
So, first set dips down. We'll say it goes down about like 15 feet, and then you guys can see an opening. And then like once you guys find yourselves, you're kind of just like crawling or walking, whatever you want to do to kind of just move underneath.
And I'm going to ready an attack if I see the thing that we're looking for.
Matthias will attempt to push his full 60 and or 120 if need be.
Well, I'll say as you guys do that,
Oh, do I see it immediately?
I think we ended at the end of combat last time, so we'll start here. You guys see him underwater, just kind of waiting for you
How
guys.
far under?
Same height. He's like right next to you guys.
All right, so I will move in and attack unless he does the same.
Well, you can't move
Is
half
that
speed.
is that initiative?
Yeah,
Unless
we're
we-
in initiative.
yeah, we're going back into combat now.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna keep the same.
You want to keep
Okay.
the same?
I'm just gonna
Okay,
keep the
Because
same.
I don't want to keep the same.
I'm fine with that.
You got it.
I bet you don't.
All right, so where are we when initiative starts?
Right there. So the moment like initiative kind of ended, and then the moment you guys kind of came down, you like see him, and then that's where initiative starts
Yeah.
again.
So can I pop up? Would 15 feet of movement pop me up right in, like, basically past that one cavern wall?
Yeah, because I'd give you 5.
So
10,
what I will
15.
do is I'll move 15.
So let's
I'm
say
gonna-
he's underwater at the moment.
I'm gonna dodge, and then I'll just pop up to the surface.
Okay. So 5, 10.
Is there a surface in this little cavern area?
I don't know. You're not there.
And then if Nettie was beside me,
Don't give me that look.
What look?
That fucking look you have on your face. Take it off, or I'm gonna.
so with 40 feet of movement, and if Nettie was beside me holding on, can he get up to him? 5 more feet, would that be
Could have
right
been
up on
here.
him?
So 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, he can get up.
Okay. So,
Well, since you were first, right when you get there, his ready to
Give
action is
you a
gonna
good
go.
old tentacle slap.
does my dodge still count?
Yeah, because you can
Did
action
did
dodge then move.
Yeah.
So yeah. So you're like
If
preparing
we were
for
being
it.
picky, we'd say, did you do it before you moved or not?
Yeah,
Well,
that's
yeah.
that's odd. That's gonna miss.
We should get some music going too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh.
He turned the thing on.
He didn't.
That is a 23.
Look in and see if Sirenscape is able to be used on streams.
It is. Yeah, you can.
Because it's all royalty for music.
For
I'll probably build
8 bludgeoning, and I need a Constitution saving throw. Unless the constructs are immune to disease.
I think they have a thing for disease.
I don't think he is. He's sort of strides the line between construct and humanoid.
I am immune to disease.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Thank you. I've played it once or twice.
So you take the 8 bludgeoning, then nothing happens after that. And that one will also miss. So his ready actions go
It's
off.
just weird 'cause
You
he's-
float up
he
to the
does
top.
get poison damage.
We'll allow Nitty to get in because he has a little bit more movement, and then he can do an attack on
It's one of those things that it's like
on the
you still
guy.
have like a magical essence to you, but you don't actually have like a immune system. You just kind of it's like diseases won't do anything.
Nope.
Because you
Tries to bite him.
don't have a
Isn't
thing to be
successful.
disease.
Wah, wah.
But you do have a figure to
Geist.
poison and such.
Geist will dodge.
Poison
And,
requires
is he gonna
cells
go
to
under?
poison,
Yeah.
but-
Okay.
Well, what would 25 feet get him?
and similarly.
Who's got his character sheet up? Anybody?
I can pull it up.
I do not.
So he's
And I
actually
can't,
going to move
'cause-
that way, 25 feet.
So you can go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
He'll pop up there, and then he'll,
Take a shot.
yeah, take some shots.
I assume that's a shot before he pops up? Because he's underwater.
Sorry, I gotta pull up this thing.
What am I gonna
What
do?
did you do? You made a face if you hit the wrong button or something. Nothing. Sorry.
Oh. Forgot about that.
You knocked over two cards. 2 cards in.
Oh shit. I think that's how it was.
Yep.
And then
So he's going to take a shot with his longbow. 2 shots. That'll miss. second shot. Does a 22 hit?
Yes.
21. Sorry. 21 still hit?
Yep.
For 12 piercing. And looks like he has 8. I think he was using a key. I thought he was out. So I'm not going to do anything else.
He used a lot of key the last
Yeah,
time.
and then
so
he'll pop up.
Okay. I need to. When you guys pop up. Ooh. You guys see 3 Kotoa.
What?
Yep.
Sounds about right.
Bastards. And I need to add them into the initiative, which I don't quite know where everyone's at.
Everybody's a fucking asshole down here.
Do they look like the thing that was happening to
This place fucking
Geist and Lord
sucks.
Phillips?
I hate this man.
Like, I'm trying to decipher
As
if
you-
maybe they're under the
well,
control of this thing.
I'm gonna do this. 1, 2, 3.
Well, I guess they technically click the false idols on an aboleth to fill that
There
role.
we go. We'll do it then. Yeah, I'll say they look
Kind
familiar.
of fucked up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bad guy 3s, so that is those 2.
What the hell's a bad guy 3?
Soon to be dead.
KKK. Oh, that's fine. Number 1, White is gonna throw a spear at Carl.
This is me.
Yep. Oh, that was a good one. Ooh, not bad.
Is that because Carl?
19.
Nope. Yes.
Oh, really? I thought your AC was higher.
It used to be.
It's not anymore.
Wait.
19?
Hold on.
Yeah, no,
You're
it's
not
supposed to be.
looking
It's
at
supposed to be
yourself.
21 because you got.
Right. Yeah, because I have the marriage thing. It's 21, so no.
Yeah.
I was looking at Geist.
I was like,
The other one will go at Geist.
Geist.
We'll keep track of damage until it shows up if it happens. That is a 17 for Geist. That's gonna miss.
Yep.
Oh, wait, you can.
Lord Phillips.
I will dive down and swim 15 feet.
5, 10, 15. Well, we'll give it like right here.
Yeah. I'm holding my breath before I dove down.
Yep.
So I have 3 minutes of breath.
Yep. And at the end of the turn, you kind of like you're kind of supporting yourself from the water wall.
Does the Aboleth look hurt?
It looks bloody.
Okay, perfect.
As it's kind of swimming around, kind of keeping its hovering in the water. I guess
inside
you
of-
see like darkish purplish.
So there's a sort of ethereal bell tolling as I point at him underwater, and it sounds like a submerged bell just gonging. I need him to make a wisdom saving throw.
We'll go back to the Aboleth.
To the Aboleth.
I love how shit's under the water.
That is a 22. With a
Nothing.
nat
Nothing
20.
happens.
There has
Not on a cantrip. I know how you feel. He always rolls high on my
Get
saves.
bent! Next!
Young Bull.
Use an attack cantrip.
Yeah.
Shut
Or an
up!
attack roll cantrip, I mean. So 5, 10, 15, 20.
Okay, so you make it just on the other side.
He'll back up.
Yep.
The Aboleth is not on the surface, right?
No, the Aboleth is underwater.
Yumble sees that
So
we have-
you can assume
Yeah.
that the ledge is about 15 feet down, and then you swam through it. I'll say it's about 10. So he's kind of hovering at like the 15 to 20 foot
Okay.
underneath water range.
Yumble will see that we have some unexpected company.
Yep.
He will rage and he will toss a Zureg at.
Number 1 looks more like the guards that had like the big pincer things, and then the other two look more just like normal warriors or
Okay.
combatants, whatever you want to call them.
He'll attack the red one.
Do they look chained?
Can't do reckless.
Do they look chained? Are they wearing metal bikinis?
Is Reckless only melee?
Yep. 28 and 13 to hit.
Both will hit.
All right. 10s. 9 plus. So I'll start with the first one. 9 plus 7 is 16. Plus 2 is 18. Magical bludgeoning, slashing damage.
Okay.
Is he still alive?
Yes.
All right. Next one is 14, 16 magical slashing. Are they fiends or undead? I should ask.
New.
Okay.
They are considered humanoid, actually.
All right.
So 18 plus 16 is 34.
Yep.
Okay.
He dead yet?
He ain't dead yet.
All
He's
right.
he's bloodied though.
Good.
Hey! You have a Raiders jersey on. You're not from Las Vegas.
You say Las Vegas?
Or Oakland or Los Angeles.
So, recap. After the combat ended and you kind of hung out on the island for a second, you noticed that your skin turned translucent and slimy.
Oh my.
And that's all you know.
A much better way to go.
If it helps, you have a buddy, and his skin has also turned translucent and slimy.
Do you know what's going on?
Yeah, we'll let you guys kind
You're a
of.
tad
people
combat
now.
So.
Well, we'll give him like a couple seconds because you guys are now buddies in this
Or
adventure.
diseased.
Well,
The Aboleth did something bad.
Slowly becoming
do
deep.
you know how to fix it?
Not right now.
You know that he tried a lesser restoration and it did not work.
Well,
So our goal right
he's-
now is to kill it and hope it helps.
Well, he's tried a lot of things on people and it has not worked.
Jesus.
Well, fuck me. You're not getting heals.
I'm actually excited that my first instinct wasn't to dab, and I was like, I like myself again. And then Justin.
And
I was
then
like,
Justin
"Ah."
did it anyway.
Your turn went. You went underneath, stood up, and dodged. No,
He shot twice.
shot twice at
Aboleth.
Yeah.
Oh, it's back.
So there's the Aboleth is here,
No,
and
we
then
chased it
there's
It didn't
down.
go that far.
3 Koatoas that are right here, and you are
Kinda
above the
went
water
until
because Water Walk is still on. That was bad guys. That was Lord Phillips. That was Young Bull. Bad guy 2. So red number 1,
Which red number one?
The little one.
the small one.
The Kuato.
Just get a check.
By the way, this last week's
Oh no,
episode,
now
Critical
he's
Role
yellow
was
one.
Fucking awesome.
He's changing. He's changing colors.
He's evolving. Kill him
I've only watched a
faster.
couple minutes of it.
Have we had a short rest at all?
No.
After the break of this episode,
Ooh, he has spells.
0
He wasn't
So
concentrating on anything, was he?
Nope. Good. If I would have known that, he would have prepared something.
No,
New week. New episode.
Yeah.
Yes, but that part from the
That was
week
really
before
good,
was
too.
Okay, so
awesome.
that's fun. I don't like that. Let's go to the next one.
Roll sleight of hand. 30. God's on the other side of the gate. How
Don't
the
even
fuck
know
did
how
that
you did
happen?
So can you do? You can't do 2 spell slots, but you can do a spell and a cantrip, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
As
You
long
can't-
as
you-
one is an action and one is a bonus
You
action.
could technically do 2 spell slots if one was a reaction.
Technically, you're the DM, so do
Well,
whatever the hell you want, man.
Technically,
Cool. He's gonna cast all his spells in one turn.
Disintegrate and
technically you
disintegrate.
can cast 2 as long as one is below 3rd level if he has spell driver.
That's unearthed arcana.
This is a pre-made
No,
It's
character.
Tal'Dorei.
Oh, okay.
This is just a simple question.
That's
He can.
It's about to be
It's
So-
now a
official.
book.
Yep.
He will grab a small bit of parchment, and then he will like.
When are they gonna add that?
And you see like an aura
Can
come
I see
around
him?
him. No, because you're still underwater.
Because I would really like
Okay.
to I've been
'Cause you're
drinking
15
more,
feet down.
where you take
Okay.
potions as a bonus action rather than an action.
And then he will. What levels are we at? We'll just go with.
episode we go out to sea. So stuff happens.
I need a deck saving throw from Young Bull.
Okay. I can see it coming, right?
Yeah.
Good.
Oh
It's
yeah.
an advantage.
Ooh. Is that a 20?
It
Yep.
might be.
It's a 20.
22.
22. You see his like a fireball kind of like appear inside of his pincer, and he kind of like and shoots it at you, but then it misses and hits the wall. behind you.
Okay, so it's not that kind of fireball.
Just wanted to scare everyone. He's done. He'll stay there, and then Chip. You are currently underneath the thing.
Right. I've rotated, so I'm standing upside down.
Sure.
I am not moving. I reach out, and a small kitten appears in front of the aboleth.
Can it breathe?
It's a illusory kitten,
My
because I feel like the aboleth would hate cats.
We're close enough. I'll use Chompy.
And then I'll cast banishment.
So what do I need?
Charisma save.
Charisma save.
Been rolling high today. Let's keep it going. What's my... Ooh, charisma score's good.
I was about to say, I'm pretty sure they're pretty good.
Aboleth.
Hold on.
Let's do this.
Wait.
Hold on. I forget to use a lot. I'm gonna change that roll to a 1.
Oh, never mind. It's just a positive.
17.
Fuck! Nothing. Wasted my last spells.
Oh, we're still there. Oh, we're still
Turned him
there.
right back to the far realm.
That's what I was thinking.
Put him to a dry planet.
Well, if that's where he's from.
Yeah.
So then, with my free action, I will place my battle axe back inside.
Yeah,
my-
I guess the braces.
and keep my
Yeah.
hand in there because I'm going to be summoning my crossbow in the next.
Okay. Matthias.
And I'm staying.
I will swim up to the aboleth.
Heal him.
Yeah.
Stab him real good.
2 over, Zane. 2 over.
I will attempt to stab it real good. I assume a 15 will not hit.
Nope.
So then I'll say fuck it, and I'll use my clockwork amulet and give myself an automatic 10 for a 20.
Can you do that after the fact?
You've already used it
Oh,
today.
did I?
Yeah, you've
Yeah,
already
you
used
actually
it.
used it in the last combat.
Yeah.
Oh, oops. I don't have any way of marking that. So
There should be a tick on the thing, on the item.
If you click the item, does it have
No.
a charge.
It might. Might have like a little check mark.
Okay.
Because it's a comment.
I got backup
I'll
for
figure
that.
out a way to mark it.
I lost
Alright,
ways
so
on
We just know that today you've used it.
Better.
19.
19 will hit.
Okay.
Yeah, when I became a dwarf, that went down to 17. So I bumped that and my.
Does lightning damage matter?
I don't think it mattered last combat.
No.
ASI.
Usually I do something because it's like underwater, but I don't feel like doing that.
So,
Nice. That's what I like to see.
For 8 points of damage.
8 points. I need a Constitution saving throw, sir.
Does it matter if I've already passed it?
It's a different one.
Okay. Just making sure. Natural 20.
Okay. What was the damage again?
8.
8? Yeah. That's what I thought. Alright, still up.
And then I guess I shoot up to the surface.
Yep, so you're back up on the surface.
I'll actually, before I go up to the surface, I will go around the aboleth.
How much? Oh, yeah.
He has
You're
the
fine.
60 feet.
Yeah, you're fine. So, like, you're gonna pop up here.
Yep. Splash gets in and to occupy that space.
Splish! Splish, splash.
I was taking a bath.
Bad guy 1, which is the aboleth. Since you were the last person, he's gonna come up close enough to the surface, within 10 feet, and then he will make a tentacle attack against you.
Okay.
That is a 26.
No, that'll miss.
Damn it. That is
Are
a...
you attacking again?
Huh?
Or is that another attack?
No, dice
No,
roll
it's
for
damage.
Damage. 7 bludgeoning. I need a Constitution saving throw.
That sucks.
Reduced by 2.
Yeah, I rolled 2 ones. They sat there and just spun, and went once.
I'm gonna use Flash of Genius to add +5 to your roll.
12.
Okay. Next attack.
Disadvantage. Nettie's gonna impose disadvantage.
Does a 19 hit?
So who gets the +5?
Yeah, just
That was mine. Yeah.
And that is 14 bludgeoning.
Ouch.
I can use my reaction to give +5 to an attack or a saving throw.
Ooh.
Saving throw is more valuable.
I'm
How often can you do it?
just so everyone knows, I'm
5
looking
times
real
per
bad.
long rest.
Okay,
5
he's got
times
one more
per long
attack.
rest.
Is it still disadvantage? Okay, no, do
No,
one.
just that one.
Okay. 13.
Yeah.
Okay.
Equal to your intelligence, man.
That's what I took at 8. Was I got to 20 in total.
Okay, he will stay right there, so he's 10 feet below the surface. Because he got right up close enough to do that. And he'll kind of hover right there.
How deep is this?
It was 15 feet down, and then there was a 10-foot crawl space that you went to, so 25 total from the bottom of the side. Kylie,
She is.
is she still on you?
No, she's dodging in the pocket dimension that she's in. I took her away.
Super dodge.
Yeah, mega super ultra
Nothing.
dodge.
You
Mega
there.
Super
Yeah.
Ultra Dodge.
Carl.
I'm gonna swim down to it,
Okay.
and I'm gonna try to attack it. And it's at disadvantage, right? Because bludgeoning underwater.
Yep.
Unless you have a swim speed, which you don't.
That was weird. Nope.
That's better.
That's 23 to hit.
That hits.
That's 2d6.
Hey Corey, can you
15 magical bludgeoning.
tell the chat what your reaction ability was called?
Flash of Genius. Who asked?
It was Luithi.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's an artificer reaction that you get at like 7th level or something like that. You can add your intelligence modifier as a reaction to somebody you see within 30 feet to their attack or saving throw.
Pretty fucking sweet.
Hell yeah. Up to 5 times per long rest.
And I guess as we're giving out information, they are battling an aboleth.
And then I'm
So
going
everyone's
to,
aware.
as my bonus action, I'll instruct Nettie to go up to him and attack him. So then right after my turn, Nettie goes and does that.
Okay.
Straight on Nettie.
So with that, I guess that bite would be at disadvantage?
Because he has to go down.
Or
Well, what's
because
the
he's
bite? 'Cause
underwater?
His
underwater.
bite piercing.
Piercing.
Or
But
his pierce.
it's also like,
It's a melee weapon attack.
yeah, I would. It's not on the list of weapons, so I would say it's disadvantage.
I'd say disadvantage.
That's fine.
If he has a swim speed, that would.
So that's he's like trying to swim and like
14.
bite. 14 will miss.
Okay. And that's it. We pop
At
up.
the end of your turn, he will use one of his legendary actions and make a tail swipe at you.
Okay.
That is a 23.
That'll hit.
$14 bludgeoning.
Okay.
And then both of you pop back up. They all have water walk on
Yeah.
to understand why we're doing this underwater bumping up and down thing. Geist.
We're.
Yeah. It helped to walk across the river, but now that they're in battle, it's really cumbersome.
First arrow.
Especially someone with a Cloak of the Manta Ray on. Who has to swim and then, I don't know.
I'm sorry, I can't turn it off.
16 will hit.
Who are you attacking?
The arrow.
Should be.
16 will miss.
I don't blame you, Bill. It still sucks.
You're using a bow, right?
Yeah.
You
It
shoot.
was a good idea until
I
it wasn't.
Crossbow.
It happens.
Yeah.
Is it just
I think it's just crossbows.
Yeah, we did this last week. It's just crossbows.
I forgot if it was that or piercing. Like,
Yeah, well, that's what I
A
originally thought
range
it was,
attack
just piercing,
automatically
but it's
misses
just
the
like
target
it's a
beyond the normal range. Even if the target's in the normal range, the attack roll is a disadvantage unless it's a crossbow, a net, or a weapon that is thrown like a javelin,
oh, gotcha.
Right, so
including a
longbow,
spear,
bill,
trident, or dart. So yeah. Hey, darts. If you still got those,
Yeah.
Rockets.
so you can throw those just fine.
I don't make shurikens anymore, I guess. Make sure
A
they work.
26 to hit.
26 will hit.
Shit dwarfins. No, you don't like that joke?
9 points of damage.
Not all of them are winners.
9. It is looking bad.
So instead of arrows, I'll just throw those around.
Done?
Yep.
At the end of Guy's turn,
To be a monk, though, they scale with
he will make
partial.
a tail attack against 2 even up. He will make a tail attack against Matthias.
Fuck.
What's wrong?
Does an 18 hit?
I get you some more PC, boy.
That's not bad.
18 is pretty
It's
high.
not bad. How does a 10 do for damage? 10 bludgeoning.
It really fucking hurts. That's how it does.
Bad guy 3s are gonna go, which are the white ones, which are the normal Koatora.
Oh, you do? Gotta get you
What?
bigger armor.
We're gonna get you some decks, is what we need to get you.
Got plenty of decks.
Number 1 will attempt to throw
guys
a
are just
net at Matthias.
Holy
He's gonna throw out the net on that.
Yeah, he's
Kick
gonna
him
try,
while he's down.
he's gonna try to net you.
Kill me. I'll come back stronger than ever.
15.
Don't miss.
Okay. Number 1 will.
I thought that was number 1 that went.
You mean
Number 2, you mean?
Number 1 white went.
Okay.
Sorry. Number 2.
Okay.
Number 2 white.
So we're right.
Oh, these are
Yeah, everywhere.
He will attempt to throw a spear at Geist. 6. God. I guess I'm rolling high for the big guy. I'm rolling just like shit for the other ones. They will stay right there. And then Lord Phillips.
Alright.
That's why
I look at the aboleth and I say inside of its head, hello.
Okay.
That's a big deal, actually.
You're looking for.
So,
Sorry.
What language do you speak it in?
deep speech.
Okay.
Telepathy.
Yeah.
Well, no shit.
Well, look
Well,
at.
telepathy, you don't need a language. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, fine.
Well, I do. It's not telepathy.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
But there is a thing when somebody speaks telepathically to the aboleth
Oh, it
on the
is.
stat block. But when I say hello, I am going to cast Eldritch Blast at that motherfucker. First attack.
Okay.
26 for
That'll
the first
hit.
one. Second one is a 25 to
Okay.
hit.
It's sometimes.
And
2d10. 2d10.
10-10.
fuck yeah, bitch. 7 points of force damage.
Not quite.
That is one more than he needed.
Ooh.
You just see it go, poo poo, and then
Fuck
like
you.
kind of go back and like hit the wall, and its tentacles kind of go and it starts to just
Smashes into Matthias.
and float down to the bottom.
So every time it hit me or
So
anyone
I
else within
then
5
move
feet, it's gonna take
5
second
feet out
damage because he's branded.
Yep.
and pop up.
So we'll say the first one killed it. No, what was the total?
7.
Total was 7. Okay, then it's good. Yeah.
Second one hit it and killed it.
Yep.
I take a deep breath as I surface,
Oh yeah.
and I take a look around. What do I see?
You see all your party members but Chip. It looks like there's a net kind of sinking into the water by Matthias, and you see 2 Koatoa, and then 3 Koatoa, and one that looks a little more beefier.
And these look different. How? Kind of.
Actually, now since when you get up there, you see all three of them kind of like kind of confused about like what's happening.
Then I'm gonna move the rest of my movement, so it should be about 20 feet is what I have left to walk across the water.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And then I will say, drop your weapons. What's going on here?
Okay. They will respond on their turn.
All right.
Young Bull. Does Young Bull care?
Y'all ready to kill some drow after a long rest?
Yeah.
Is there enough room in here to pop up the Christmas hut
We'll go back out in the main hall.
On that little.
On
that little fucking island?
Perfect.
What are you doing? Are you
I'm
moving?
attacking.
Oh,
He's rolling.
Does 25 to hit?
which one?
Yellow D1. I was rolling a D100 to see if
Young Bull
Bull
wants to make some
if-
beefaroni with
if
the
Young Bull
beef.
managed to notice before he threw the axe, since this is all happening simultaneously.
That hits.
All right. 9.
9 damage.
Mm-hmm. He's still up.
Yep.
All right. Also 25 to hit.
Yep.
13.
He's looking rough.
All right.
Bad guy 2 goes, so that's his turn. After that display of compassion,
Hey, this is all happening. Oh wait, I can't do it. I can do it one more time. So reduce what was it? 9 damage to the second.
yeah.
So I can't do it that time.
He can only throw it 3 times a day, and he's already thrown it
Yeah.
twice before this.
So the last one didn't happen.
Yep.
No. So subtract. I know how much you love to subtract, because you add the numbers up to get to their hit point.
I could just erase the one that I.
Yeah.
That's true. You could. Heyo.
This is all happening at the same time, though. So I'm sort of viewing it as Yumble didn't. Yumble threw the axe before
Realizing.
realizing or before Lord Phillips even spoke.
Well, I am ahead of you in combat, so
Simultaneous means simultaneous.
I'm still ahead of you in combat.
This is all the same 6 seconds.
I still rolled.
Then
higher than
he's in
you.
a blood haze. Jesus Christ.
He's
I'm giving
raging.
you a hard time.
I know.
He's raging.
He's gonna
the
move
raging
over.
bull.
And he's going to take his piercer staff, and he's going to attempt to attack Lord Phillips.
Okay, he does so at disadvantage.
Why?
Because I hit
Does
him.
he hit him?
Stupid. It's not bad. 14.
Nope.
So he attempts to. Oh.
He can get fucked.
So after that, he will run and like jump at you, and he will attempt to bite you.
Okay.
Is it still disadvantage?
Mm-hmm. All attacks he makes against anybody but me.
That's gonna miss. So you see him kind of like get you with the piercer, and he's like, "Fuck this!" And then he misses, and he just starts going in the water. And he
I don't
starts-
even flinch when he does it. No reaction. And then as he falls down, I look at him like Mr. Skinner, and I go, "Pathetic."
15. And then he will attempt to swim away. You can make an attack of opportunity if you want.
Cool. I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead on him.
Okay. What's the save?
18
No, I mean
Wisdom.
wisdom.
21.
How much?
21.
That's fine. It's just a reaction, so.
And he'll start to try and like swim down. That was those guys. Chip. You see the Aboleth body kind of just moseying down, and you don't see your friends. They've all kind of popped up.
I'm gonna pull out my crossbow.
Okay. You're gonna shoot the Aboleth. Just beat the dead horse.
No, I saw that guy.
Oh yeah,
So I'm gonna shoot him.
yeah, that's fine.
Hey, Mystic Weaver, thanks for the Twitch Prime subscription.
Your diplomacy.
Right on.
What kind of crossbow do you
A heavy one. And,
Harry, the T-Rex
Raging
says, thank you.
barbarians don't really do
and
diplomacy.
just as my new dwarven body is not used to using such a dexterous weapon, I will miss with a 9.
This is true. That will miss.
Fucking 2. My fingers just
no,
don't fit in the trigger anymore. Just used to the talon
thighs.
fingers.
I'm gonna climb up out of the water.
Okay.
well,
Well,
onto?
You're gonna walk
kind of
across
just
it?
step on land.
Oh, I thought it was like a ledge kind of a thing.
I mean,
Okay, well then I
Either
get
way,
out,
yeah.
I get out of the water.
Are you gonna Bo Derek it? You get out. just-
Do I notice the thing about the Kuatoa?
I would say you noticed it, but when Young Bull started attacking the other one, you see him getting more of a defensive stance again.
Okay, but then I noticed that they kind of once we killed that bullet, they kind
Yeah,
of like
you saw him kind of
were
like
confused, and dazed.
confused, and then once like that'll happen, and then a giant hammer goes boom, and they're like, "The fuck?"
it's an axe.
and
Axe, whatever.
and
I think it's Thor's hammer. Every
yeah, but
time.
it's-
I
It's a
know.
bad-
Every time. I always call it a hammer.
It might
and
as well
under
be a
comment,
dwarven
I'm
for-
gonna yell out, "Wait, we don't mean you any harm," and I'm gonna yell to the party, "They've been mind controlled. What are you all doing?"
I'm 20 feet underwater and 30 feet away. Do I hear this?
No.
Okay.
Well, I'm mostly trying to connect to Young Bull, so I don't know
I
if I
know.
wanted a persuasion check or
That's up to.
anything. Well, no, not for the party, but for the.
Oh,
To tell them we don't mean them any harm.
sure. Persuasion. Actually, give me a performance check.
Well, they're the same, so.
Because if you remember, they don't speak common.
I said undercommon. Or whatever language they speak. 'Cause
Oh, you speak it.
yeah.
Oh, I thought it was. Oh, he had the spell.
Yeah, he has the comprehend, but I have the.
You should remember from last session
Actually.
that they speak undercommon, so.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
We'll do persuasion then.
16.
Okay.
So.
Carl.
I will. I will stow my maul on my back,
Okay.
and I will kind of join in on the calming aspect of things, just to the party because I can't speak undercommon. So I'm just gonna be like, "All right, I think that there was a misunderstanding here. I think we should all lay down our arms and try to speak with these folks."
Okay. Geist.
I'll hold up my hands to show, but I'll have darts in my sleeve. So just in case some stuff goes down, they don't.
So you have a ready action.
Yeah.
All right. Bad guy 3. He didn't hear shit.
Well.
Just enough. And he will attempt to bite you.
You must certainly try.
With a 10.
disadvantage.
Still misses. Does it have to be someone you can see?
Nope. So long as I hit them, and it hasn't been my turn yet.
No, that 10 does not hit you.
All right, then he'll try to pierce her staff.
Because it's like gloating, it's like apparition.
I got it. It's overpowered. I got it.
Yeah, yeah, it's overpowered.
That makes my ready action.
Overpowered against a single target.
Only your rage, right?
Sure.
I didn't care who it was.
Because you kind of saw him
Well, how far into the water was he?
like 15 feet.
Go-
Oh. Never mind. You had a ready action. My bad.
Yeah, I'll give you the ready action for that.
I was thinking opportunity attack.
I got a 17 as the lowest.
Yep.
Mm, 19 points of damage.
19.
Jesus.
He's looking rough.
That's all I have.
Oh, okay. So he makes it then, and then he tries to bite and hit you with the piercer staff, and they both miss.
What, you threw both of them, guys?
Mm-hmm.
So those are now at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Just so you that was that guy's turn. Lord Phillips.
Okay.
If you were keeping an eye on the other one, you saw it swim out.
Perfect. In number 2's head, I tell it, you are free of the aboleth's grasp.
Can you speak under common?
I don't need to.
I thought you had to speak its language.
No,
Not
I
with
don't.
his ability.
Nope, not with my ability. So I
Well,
say,
that was the problem with that.
you're free of the aboleth. Lay down your arms, and we'll escort you home.
Give me a persuasion check with
That's-
advantage.
all
Because
right.
he already kind of did one. And no one else.
And
fucked it
because
up.
I'm using my awakened mind, as long as it understands at least one language, it understands what I'm saying.
Okay.
In its mind. That's 18 plus a lot because my persuasion's really high.
Okay.
9, so 27.
Alright. They will react on their turn.
All right.
Young Bull, are you going to stay there?
And I just put my hands out like this.
Okay.
Just kind of putting them up like.
Young Bull.
Yumble, like he's in the heat of combat, and then he realizes something's not quite right. Everybody's stopped fighting, so he sort of comes down off of his battle high, and he just looks around in confusion.
Okay.
Battle high.
Are you going to do anything? Or just observe?
He will dodge. I guess.
Ooh, a dodge. Okay. So, you see both of them kind of just... So I think they're holding spears. They're just holding spears and a shield. And you just kind of see them slowly put their stuff down. And then... I guess the only ones that can understand them are you. Because they're going to speak out loud. So
They can only understand me if I speak in their head.
Yeah.
That's it. I can't understand what they say.
So you hear them say, like, where are we?
Okay.
And then Chip.
Disadvantage shooting this dude in the stomach with my heavy crossbow.
Okay.
Plus he's within 5 feet of me.
Okay.
$14.
14 will hit.
Holy. Yeah.
It's weird that the normal Koatoa have a higher AC than the beefier ones.
He probably has more hit
Well,
points.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
it has
this
definitely
one-
more hit points, but yeah, it's
This
really
one's even more like a
So-
shaman.
So I still get my divine strike
not
because it's a
necessarily
weapon attack. So I get to add a D8 to it.
Okay.
12 points of damage
12 points of damage.
as the arrow rockets at the front of the crossbow.
So you
immediately
see,
strikes
it
on
all
the
kind of
front
happens
with
at
the-
once. So you kind of see him come up and like take a bite, take the pincer, and then you just see him like look and just and everything just
death
drops.
charges.
And he starts to float to the bottom or sink to the bottom.
Or float to the top. Depends on body composition.
Yeah,
Kuatoa.
how much gas was in its body when it passed away.
And we are officially out of combat.
Okay. Then I'll take this time to explain to the Kuatoa that their mind has been affected. Like, do I know the general intelligence of a Kuatoa? Like, how I should talk to them?
You know, it's probably not great.
You hypnotize
Yeah.
No longer.
Right, exactly. Essentially like
I heal you.
We kill beefy monster guy. You okay?
So you
I am
start to
savior
kind
your
of
people. I am the new god. You
So
shall.
we'll say,
worship.
what is everybody doing? Is
I'm
everybody
going
moving up to the
to-
shore?
Nettie is going to help me look around underneath the water as well as the shore to see if I can find anything of interest.
So you see some. How would your detect magic still be up? No. You see some coins and stuff up on the shore, and then you see some stuff that look to be shiny on the bottom.
So Nettie will assist me with starting to collect up the coins and just put them in my bag of holding.
Okay.
And then I will, after that, I'm going to see if I can get, once Matthias is done, and I know he's done talking to them, whatever he wants to say, I'm going to see if he can help me check out the shit that's on the bottom of his cloak.
Okay, so you're on the shore.
Yeah,
Basically.
so we're going to
I'm
collect
walking.
up all the coins.
I'm walking over to the shore too.
When
Doing something
when the
different, though.
combat ends, Jumbo will take a glance at Lord Phillips and Geist. Do they appear to be better now?
No.
Phillips, maybe you should
I will
get back
double
into
check
the water.
just in case. I
So
don't think
I'm
so.
kind of like trying to gauge, like I'm sitting on the shoreline, kind of looking at my skin, like trying to figure out like what this disease is.
Well, okay. So, what's guys doing? We'll kind of move everyone, and then we'll kind
I
of
go
solve
back to
everything.
shore where everyone else.
Okay. Young Bull, would you make it?
Yeah.
Okay.
After seeing his body float to the bottom, yeah, I'll start
Okay.
running my way across. Float.
Then you pop up and you see. yourself.
You see two more Kuoto and you shoot your crossbow at them.
I see that they're
That's right. Just break chip.
Please don't break, Chip.
So we'll start with the first one. The coins that you find. You find 600 gold pieces,
Oh,
Wow.
a copper goblet,
Hey, look, there's 6 of us. How fortunate.
Anything else?
there is a rotten leather bracer with looks to have 3 paradots.
Parados?
Parados.
With 3 paradox.
Not engraved.
Parados.
embossed.
Inlaid. Sure.
Inlaid.
Something.
Well, if it's
It
leather,
has 3 parados on
if
it.
it's leather, it's embossed.
Well, they're actual gems, but yeah.
Oh.
And those, I'll just give you the value. Those are the copper goblet is valued at 1 gold, and the parados are 500 gold pieces each.
Oh, jeez.
It's a lot of money.
That's an expensive bracer.
And then
I ask you if there's anything you want me to start identifying while you start collecting stuff, and then we can switch off.
Well, in the previous room, I found these boots and an amulet. If you want to check those out,
All right, I start concentrating on the boots.
and I'm gonna point. Is that also the shit at the
11
bottom?
no, there's still stuff at the bottom.
So I'm gonna get with Matthias and see if he can help me collect
Okay.
the shit at the
Well,
bottom.
that all happened. You were kind of assessing your condition.
Yeah, I'm kind of. I guess what I'm trying to do is figure out like if this is related to the water, and
Give me a medicine.
because I know you said I kind of felt a little more normal when I dived under, right? And then how do I feel outside of the water? And then I'm just gonna like continually like push my arm in and just kind of experiment with it and see what the hell's going on.
I guess medicine and insight's the same, but give me a medicine.
I will ask Yogg-Sothoth for guidance.
Guidance.
Medicine, you said?
Yeah.
17.
17. As you're kind of testing it out, you notice that the water feels better on your skin.
Okay.
It puts the lotion on the skin.
Because you popped up, there's a few rounds of combat, so it hasn't even been like a minute yet. But as you're kind of sitting there, play with it.
That
Well,
movie.
10 minutes will go by for
It's a
that.
good movie.
So, but you notice that like it's definitely the water makes it feel better.
All right.
It kind of
That's-
like rehydrates a little bit. But as you're kind of like testing it out, you notice that Matthias is starting to look like you. And Matthias noticed his skin turned translucent and slimy.
Do you know what's going on?
And
Can I give a nature check to see what I know about aboleths?
sure.
That's a lot better than anything else.
I'm looking at the bottom of the water.
Don't know yet.
But
20 on my
there's
nature
stuff down
check.
there.
See if I know what about the aboleth could be causing this.
You know that you basically recall that their tentacles are basically poisonous, and you have contracted a disease that has turned your skin translucent and slimy.
But unless the restoration was able to get rid of it.
No.
90-day greater.
Okay, well, I'll just explain that. Well, from what I understand, their tentacles excrete poison essentially, and we've all been diseased with some kind of transitive property that's turning us into fish people essentially.
So knowing that lesser restoration didn't work and what he explained to us, can I roll some sort of check to see if it's some sort of curse?
I was gonna say, can I roll a medicine check to see if I know what
I
type of
think we
spell I need?
Found out it was a disease.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I'll just tell you
if
it's
it was a
disease.
standard disease.
Yeah.
If it was a disease, lesser restoration would have fixed it.
It's a disease inflicted by a very powerful magical creature.
Yeah, an aberration.
But a disease.
How it's described in there is it basically says.
Or let me rephrase my question. Is there a way that I can check to see if the spell Greater Restoration would be more suitable for the instance?
Or remove curse.
Sure, give me
I'll cast guidance on myself.
a medicine check.
I will assist you.
Well, you probably just have to roll your own.
Okay.
That's more of a.
Nice.
So I rolled
I
a
don't have
6.
6,
I rolled a 14.
14.
This rule looked up, brought to us by.
Yeah.
Wow, that really came out of my mouth. This rules lookup is brought to us by Groomba. New from Roomba. Groomba, lay down and let us cut your hair. Groomba.
I would say you guys put your heads together and you guys kind of. Actually, you're not sure. Just because how low you guys were.
Matthias,
So you're not sure.
can you
It's
maybe-
not like it comes up a lot.
You might want to check with these Ukatoas to see if they've heard of this.
Krokatoas?
And see if they maybe know of a cure.
So say your 10 minutes has started on yours.
I will turn to the Kuatos and ask them if they know about the aboleth's disease.
They kind of look puzzled, but
I'll
they
be like
said
Richard
maybe
Chuck,
the boss will have information about it,
So
or the shaman.
a while from now.
2 more levels.
Well, I'm sure if we go and ask that nice fellow Nogagloop,
No go glue!
he might be able to have a solution for our plague.
Okay, so his 10 minutes is going off. What's everybody else doing? Wait, what is your 10 minutes?
Identify, yeah.
Well, I will.
And you're attempting to identify what?
Boots. The boots we found in the other room.
I'll finish explaining to the Kuatoa that we're going to take them back upriver, and once I'm done with that, I'll use the Cloak of the Manta Ray to swim down and gather up the
Shinies.
treasures.
Don't would you let him help?
Are we going back over the other spot?
I can use my speed, and I don't need to worry about breathing underwater.
Yeah, but we still have water walk on us.
Okay.
So you
No,
still have
it's just easier for me to
For another
because I
well, 10 minutes is like, yeah, we'll say like 15 minutes.
Yeah, so enough time for us to get back to that little island, and then it'll be gone.
So, I'm gonna, while he's doing that, I'm gonna start, and he's getting the stuff, I'm gonna start casting Ritually Identify on the amulet.
Okay. So While the 10 minutes is going off, everyone's staying on the island. You're going down. Spell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
So what do I find?
So you go down there. You pull back what looks to be a silver pitcher and a corked bottle containing a scroll.
Is it like a sandy beach on an island?
It's more like rock.
We're back on the island?
No,
Okay.
you guys are
Cork
still there because
bottle.
he's kind of going down and everything's.
With a scroll.
People are casting spells, whatever.
Was there any gold or anything?
Nope.
No. Oh.
It is a tarnished and dented silver pitcher that is worth 5 gold, and then you will have to examine the scroll to find out more.
Well, go back up to the surface and.
It looks to be a spell scroll.
Okay, I'll just hand it off to.
How does that work for reading stuff?
Whoever can cast it can
Read it. It's
read
just
it.
if you.
Yeah.
Whoever wants to stare at it.
Well,
It is a
pass it to
scroll
Carl.
of magic weapon.
Well, I can do that, and I have it prepared. Always. It's part of my forge.
And then we'll say the 10
Is it
minutes
a
goes
ritual
off.
spell?
I can do that as well.
Not a ritual?
It's
No, it's not a ritual.
Okay.
not a ritual.
And then you're just
concentration,
keeping the
It's a
silver
concentration.
goblet.
Yeah. Bonus action.
Touch.
Knowing that you have all the stuff, I'll hand you the
Okay,
silver
so
pitcher as well.
silver.
I mean, if you want it, that is.
Yeah, just in case.
And as you guys, or sorry,
Because we'll probably have to go up to the surface
Um,
to sell any of this stuff.
both identifies go off. You realize, oh. That's fun. Sorry, it is 1 boot. Which makes it even more fun. It is a single boot of Elvenkind.
Oh boy.
A single boot is useless without its companion, and then it states where the other one is, but you guys have to find that out. So you have 1 boot of Elvenkind.
Hold on to it.
Alright, I put that in my bag. Well, I tell you what it is, and then I put it in my bag.
That's fun.
Let
I
me
like that.
make.
And then identify just gives you whatever it is about it, magic, not magic, what it
No,
does.
if it's not magical, it just basically tells me it's not magical.
I'll give it to you. So the amulet is used to control the wandering shield guardians from the upper levels. You weren't with them. Whoever
I remember that.
Whoever battled the shield guardians, give me a history check.
What's the shield guardian?
It's a big metal construct thing that punches you.
I remember
and-
him.
Where did we fight them?
Ooh,
It was level 1.
20.
But
And
were you in there with them with Carl?
Yeah.
On level 1?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, we're good.
what am I
He's
rolling?
Carl.
History. Yeah.
19, by the way, for mine.
You remember when fighting the shield guardians, you noticed the same amulet around their chest.
13.
Yeah.
That's a really good magic item.
Do I know if it requires attunement?
It's not a magic item. It's just
Like a
what's
tool.
used to control them.
Okay. I will relay.
So I kind
that
of gave that to you.
all.
It's not magical, but that's what I kind of extended that a little
And
bit.
I'll just say, do you all want me to just hold on to this for now? It might be useful. in the
Yes,
future.
please.
All right.
Sure. Where
You're gonna have a freaking mechanical
Where?
menagerie.
where have we seen a shield guardian?
Up in the upper level.
And as you two were standing there, kind of waiting, you kind of notice that your skin starts to like dry out a little bit, and you each take 11 acid damage.
We gotta do something about this.
Get in the water.
Well,
Too bad they
I already proposed that we should.
Yeah, too bad I can't.
Well, you
Well, you have
cast.
15 minutes.
We have 15 minutes left.
Well, no, it
You
should
cast
be,
2 ritual spells.
Yeah, so
That's
we have
what
like
it
5
is.
minutes left.
Oh.
I'm going.
Well, you did it at the same time, right?
Yeah, so we
Yeah,
have
so
15
it's-
minutes left, so there's like 5 minutes. So I'm thinking it's going to be.
Well, it's
long
15
soon.
minutes after his. So
Yeah.
we'll say you did it a little later, so there's like 12.
I'm gonna
Are we
head-
near water?
Huh?
Are we near water?
There's a giant glob of water right there.
I'm gonna keep trying to submerge myself in and out of the water.
So when you jump in, you immediately feel relief.
That's right.
Hey,
And
I'm,
you feel
I'm-
and you feel like the slime start to come back and everything starts to like uncrack.
Dive in and
everything
then let
feels
yourself float back out.
Yeah.
And you guys feel refreshed.
Before I lose this,
Give me an insight check.
I'm not gonna do great underwater, so I'm gonna get back
I
to
asked,
the little
Yashatoth for guidance.
and I start going to the little island.
Okay.
12.
12, 11.
I also hand you all 50 gold pieces.
Ooh.
50?
I'll take that before I dive.
I would say you guys, both of you, kind of. You realize that you two took damage, but he didn't. So there's some kind of time frame because he went down and dove, and he's back up. There's some kind of time frame that you have to at least be in or around water, or
Bad things happen.
yeah, you start to feel your skin start to dry out.
I'll get the Kuatoa, and I'm gonna start heading back.
Okay. I assume everyone's going back to the island.
I started
yeah,
booking it because
well,
I
we-
have less movement than everybody else.
You said you found a picture?
Yes,
Yeah.
I want to identify that too once we figure out what we're doing.
Can I borrow it for a second?
Sure.
And it's not like a picture.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I'm gonna fill it with water and just carry it with me.
So when we get back to the island on the other side, I asked the group once we're kind of all back together. Are we gonna rest here? And I pull out the snow globe.
Do you got water in the snow globe?
There's bathtubs, right?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Well, I feel that we should get back to the Kuatoa and see if they have a solution for our problem before we try to do anything else, really.
And Nettie and I will start
We didn't
collecting
run into
all the
any-
coins on the island.
We didn't run into any obstacles coming down here, so I doubt that
So,
we're
well, we've got-
You
But-
collect
7
3,300
minutes
copper.
of being able to walk on top of the water.
Yeah.
How far was the Kuatoa place from where we are now?
It took us a half an hour to get here.
Walking.
With water
No, it
walk.
didn't.
With water walk. Yes, it did.
You started water walk there.
Because
Oh,
we started
oh,
water
you walked
walking
across
across
and
the
talked.
river.
Okay.
It probably took
Talked for a
you
while.
a minute and a half to walk down the to get
Yeah,
here.
so we could
Yeah.
run back.
The time was talking with the guys and doing all that stuff.
Right.
So 3,300 copper, 670 silver, and 350 gold.
Well, here's the question: do you want to drop the snow globe and then you three go back up, and we'll just chillax and wait for you to come back? We have stuff to identify.
Well, I think it's ill-advised to split the party in a situation like this. We don't know how many more of those chul might be lying around here, and if
The
you all get
nets
ransacked
around the
while...
statue look salvageable. If you would like a net.
I think I'd feel good with like a short rest at least.
But you might have to short rest in the water. So real quick,
I got a picture of water.
Hopefully that's enough. I'm gonna get up on the middle of the island and I'm gonna take out the snow globe and I'm gonna start shaking it.
1 second. Let you guys know what else you find. Inside the net, you guys find a couple trinkets. You find a mummified goblin hand. A tooth from an unknown beast. And the shell of an egg painted with scenes of human misery in disturbing detail.
Huh.
Tooth from an unknown.
Beast, a mummified goblin hand, and the shell of an egg, painted with scenes of laughter, if that's your type of thing. But it's a human misery in disturbing detail.
Okay. I will bag those if nobody wants them.
Well, if you reveal that to us, then I will say, can I actually have the hand and the egg?
There you are.
Thank you.
Does anybody want this tooth?
Sure.
There you go.
from an unknown beast. Can I assess it and see if I can figure out what beast this tooth may be?
Sure,
from?
give me a nature check.
I need to be proficient at this. Hey, 20.
It's unknown.
Oh, shit.
So when 5 minutes passes, the cabin springs into existence on the island.
Okay.
It looks.
I wish I had the description.
I have it right here. So it looks.
So for those watching, for the Christmas special, I gave out Christmas-themed magic items, and one is about to be used.
Yeah, this one's called Jinkler's Snow Globe of Magic Cabin. So the snow globe shows a miniature cabin filled with cozy, warm lights coming from its interior. It shows an angry snowman on its snow-filled park area. A creature can spend 5 minutes shaking the snow globe to have the cabin come out of the globe and grow up to a normal-sized one with up to 3 bedrooms, a hot tub, and a dining room. The cabin comes with its own personal green-dressed gnome servant named Jinkler and a snowman guardian outside of it that uses the scarecrow stat block from the monster manual. This cabin is well illuminated and several continual flame lights. As an action, a creature can say the command word to restore the cabin, including everything inside of it, snowman and snow globe, to its original size. Every creature inside the cabin besides Jinkler reappears 5 feet next to the snow globe.
So real quick,
Pretty awesome.
I hand you all 550 copper.
Damn.
Oh no.
550.
550 copper, 111 silver, and 58 gold pieces.
Alright.
Boys.
So when the cabin appears, it's somehow got snow on top of it, and there's like a porch that runs the length of the front of the cabin, and the snowman is just sort of sitting there. And I'm gonna walk up to the door and open it.
Jinkler's in there, and he.
Hi, my name's Jinkler. Welcome to the cabin.
Lord Phillips, I'm the owner of this cabin, I guess.
Yeah, you're the person who shook it.
Yeah, that's me.
This is all yours.
Excellent. What
Do you want me to get the hot tub ready?
Actually, yeah, we might need it.
On it.
You two are sleeping in the hot tub.
What do you have to eat?
Does it have food? I think it's all the amenities and
Yeah,
stuff.
it basically should have all the amenities and stuff.
But it's only hot chocolate and fucking sugar cookies.
Yeah.
Oh.
We got hot chocolate. There's some gingerbread houses over there you can munch on. And
Do
there's
you
some
have any
Santa cookies.
roasted reindeer?
That is offensive.
Nah.
It's
They do have roasted chestnuts.
roast beast.
And sugar.
Yeah, so, there's a dining room, all that stuff.
Mhm.
So I'm going to go chill in the hot tub.
Okay. Who else is chewing in the hot tub? Okay.
So while we were down here, did I notice any of those plants that looked like the wood by chance?
Not this part. There was no real fungi on this part.
Okay, just checking.
So, like, are we just doing this for a short amount of time, or are we gonna take a full long rest? Like,
I'm
I'm tired.
I don't know. I don't even know if we can
When was
benefit
the last-
from it.
Yeah.
And I invite everybody in when I walk in the door. I go, "It's good, guys. Come on in." And then
The two Koatoa kind of know where they're at, and they're gonna kind of suggest that they're gonna go back home.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say if Matthias, if you want to let them know if they want to chill here with us until we can escort them back,
That's if you want.
they're more than
I'll
welcome to join
relay
us.
the information.
Okay.
If you all would like to stay here while we take our rest, you're more than welcome to it. We will lead you back in about an hour's time or so. As I look at the watch that does not exist on my...
They kind of say like they're not really sure how much time has passed because they kind of came out of the trance, so they want to try to get back like as quick as they could just to see.
Then Matthias will
They're
take
baby
them back.
fishes. Ooh. Okay. So. Okay, your water walks up enough.
I have a swim speed.
Oh, that too. Okay.
I'll
Yep. So you
take them
escort
back,
them back.
up to the...
Yumbo goes with.
Okay.
We'll catch up with you guys. I'm gonna walk in and just chill in the hot tub. I just submerge, fully clothed. And I just.
It is like the nicest feeling that you have ever felt in a while. Just everything that's underwater just feels like you see like the slime start to grow back, and it's just like
This sucks.
This guy's
You guys are still with us?
Yeah.
Suit. That would be
We're
awesome.
fucked up. We need to figure out how to cure this.
Can I roll again on a medicine check to see?
sure.
All right. Do you think you can ask your becoming one to help me?
I can try, and I'll cast guidance on him.
Thank you.
And then I'm going to get the picture back from Geist, and I'm going to start ritually casting Detect Magic on the picture.
Okay.
Or Identify, just in case.
16.
You're still not sure. You feel like they suggested the shaman back that the Koatoa shaman might have more information.
Jinkler, do you have any Glühwein? He does. It's a holiday wine that
Oh, I was like, fuck is Glühwein? It's got
Glühwein is like a spiced wine that's warmed
got
for the
horses in
winter
it.
time.
Oh, like a mule wine?
No, it's different.
Okay.
Much
I didn't
different
know.
from that.
You want big glass, little glass?
Just a
You want the 6 or the 9
bring the
ounce?
bottle and 4 glasses. 5. Does Nettie drink?
We do not require any sustenance, thank you.
At least you have to try it. Hopefully it's decent.
I can't taste, but sure.
I'd imagine you just be like Bender with it, like you drink it and then just spit up fire.
Just humor me, please. I'm in a rough spot. We're in a rough spot.
So are you guys attempting a short rest or a long
Yeah,
rest?
before I do my short rest, I'm going to.
We'll see. 10 minutes goes off. It's not magical. The picture.
I'm going
Anything
to.
else you want me to look at?
No.
Alright.
I'm going to cast Sending.
Sorry, I mean,
I'm casting Sending to Shun.
Ooh. Okay.
So I say.
Hey, babe.
You go up?
So I take out the
Copper wire.
Yeah, take out the copper wire, and I wrap it around my fingers and cast it, and then I go, haven't found your dagger yet. But I found something else that might interest you. A heart that grants you much power.
Why are you saying this to Shun and not Sundith?
Sundith is the ogre. Shun's the ogre, right?
No.
So
Sunday.
you want to do it to
Sundith. Yeah, to Sundith is who I'm
Oh, okay.
That's who I meant.
Oh, okay. 'Cause
Yeah,
I was
sorry.
like, oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, to Sundith.
Going up 2 levels, baby.
And then, yeah, that's it.
Your reply is, you hear like a meaty laughter, just like, dagger first. I'll take the heart too.
Did you ever tell us about the googly eye lady?
No, I don't think I ever did.
Is that the one in Azarok's hold?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever the fuck that thing was.
Yeah. So
Remember she had like...
you were swimming most of the time. I assume once you get back, you'll probably hop in the hot tub, or are you gonna stay over there?
I'm gonna stay up there.
Okay.
I wasn't gonna come back because I'm gonna talk to the shaman and see if he knows.
Okay. So I'm gonna give you
That much?
1. Well,
For
we'll
what?
see. So short rest starts. You're up there, and we'll go to break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, back.
We will be back.
We'll be right back.
How many players do we have? Do we have 5?
No, we only have 2 right now.
Son of a
But
bitch.
thank you for watching.
Call your friends.
Seriously.
Give it away
Yeah.
dice.
Yes,
If
thank
we
you
get
for
5
being
by
here.
the end of the night, we might
To our
give dice away.
2 new followers and the subscriber, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah,
we will be
thank you.
right back.
Thanks.
All right.
And we're back. We appreciate anyone who stuck around.
Welcome back.
Looks like they stuck around.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey!
Hey, yo.
But they didn't contact their 3 closest friends, it looks like.
So are Young Bull and Matthias attempting a short rest?
Yeah.
Or no?
Yeah.
Well, we escort them back.
Because he said he's not coming back. Are you coming back?
No, he's staying with Matthias.
Okay.
Because, I want to talk to the shaman and
Right. We
figure out everything first.
part of the reason we came was to talk to them about our problem.
Okay. So we'll say you guys, where's the map? So you guys
Does Matthias say?
swim/walk back around.
Yep.
And then the other Koto kind of like recognize you, and they kind of don't really mind anything. They know you guys came to defeat stuff.
Okay.
And then you guys walk through, so not level.
Before we get out of the water, I'm going to fill my water skin.
Okay.
4 pints. So.
You get through, and then you guys go into the room where the archpriest is, and you see her still sitting there, kind of messing with the statue.
Okay, is that Nolguglu?
Yes.
Okay. I will go up to him and I'll be like, excuse me, we helped you with your plague down towards the south, the beast that needed to be taken care of.
So the river is clean?
Is that what the mission was? Or was that... No.
You remember, yes.
Oh, it is? Oh, I thought the
The
poison
creature
was the other
poisoning the
direction.
river is dead. And I'm speaking in common.
Did he
Or
cast
Or did she? Yeah, did she cast tongues? Or,
yeah. She also started to cast tongues again, and
But the river, I
Oh,
know.
that's
Not,
right.
I know not how long it will be poisoned.
Okay, well that's a good start, I guess.
However, my couple of people in my party and I have been affected by whatever sorceries they perform.
you see her kind of examine. She's
You're starting to look like us.
That's what I figured. So, do you have any way of curing this disease?
I'll have to examine it to see if I can do anything to help.
Feel free.
Yeah, she kind of takes your hand and is kind of looking, and you see her just like,
slimy, yet satisfying.
and you see her kind of like hold, and she goes,
Become one with the slime.
Does that mean I get a range of abilities when I consume other things? If I become one with the slime?
let's see if she
No,
has
it
any.
means
I'd be down with that.
it means when
That's a
you,
small price to pay. for
What
that
fun
kind of power.
abilities does she have?
Yeah, it is.
it means whenever somebody plays happy music around you, you just start walking like the Statue of Liberty.
I understand what you were saying.
I do not.
Ghostbusters 2.
I still think that time I got reincarnated
slime.
as a slime was a
Yeah, it's a better reference, but I was going old people.
thanks.
So she kind of sits there. She's kind of holding your hand, kind of just like you see her close her eyes and everything, and she kind of like doesn't speak for a while. Like you're not sure if she's asleep or she passed out.
That's fine.
And then she finally just like,
I assume she's doing her research.
and then she kind of opens her eyes and she goes, Whatever has plagued you is too powerful for what I can fix.
I was afraid you would say that. If I start to feel my skin start getting dry, I'll take out my water skin and douse myself and
And she goes,
keep that up.
Does it hurt?
When it gets dry, it does start to extremely hurt, according to my companions. I have not experienced their pain, so I cannot speak firsthand, but...
Let's see if she has anything.
Your water skin is probably now empty.
Yeah.
I imagine,
Yeah.
I wonder if I need to start taking controlled water just to blast you guys with water every couple minutes.
I'll turn to Youngblow and I'll be... Youngblow, can you fill this up for me? I would greatly appreciate it.
Yumbo will take the water skin and head to the river.
Let me look to see. You guys did her a good service. Let's see if I can find something.
Yeah, just tell me that she has the wish spell and let's fix this.
If only that were true.
If only that were true, I don't think she'd be living in this cave.
Yeah. She'd either be living in some palace or she'd be dead. One of the two.
One of the two.
What is this information lookup brought to us by? Keep it going.
Final Fantasy VII coming out in April,
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Hopefully.
and it has a 9 o'clock release instead of a midnight release.
Really? Ooh.
Was it Fantasy Star Online 2 has open beta 2 weeks from now? Something like that. World's most popular, or Japan's most popular
I was about to say.
RPG.
And Baldur's Gate 3 just released a bunch of really cool gameplay footage.
I cannot wait for that.
I actually started playing Baldur's Gate 1 again in excitement.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna buy them because they're both on Xbox now.
Yeah, you can get them on Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, obviously on PC. But yeah, what I did is I character edited I created an entire party and character edited them. So I gave them like 25 stats and all their stats. Gave them all the best magic items, and I made the game the most difficulty possible. It's called like Legend of Ball, and it basically like triples hit points. It makes like the enemies like extremely difficult to fight. Yeah, I'm gonna go through and see if I can fuck up.
That's the hard part. I don't mind having extra health. It's when they are super aggressive.
Yeah, their attack rolls they have like insane bonuses to their attack rolls.
Because like there's a setting like that for Halo where you can they make every saving throw for a grenade and they laugh at your pitiful attempts to win.
Yeah.
But I guess it could be fun just watching them slaughter you for a while and like, well, I learned that time. Don't go down that.
This
road.
one's
Dark
Dark
Souls sucks.
I love Dark Souls.
I haven't played it.
Dark Souls.
Sekiro was like that too.
Yep, I love Sekiro as well.
Those kinds of games are not fun.
Just die. I learned my lesson though. Don't do that.
Fallen Order was kind of like that. Like it wanted to be like Dark Souls, Jedi Fallen Order.
Oh,
It wanted to be like that, but it didn't quite get there. Like I'm sure if I like had bumped up the difficulty more, it probably would have felt like that.
Probably.
I thought it was hard as shit just on the.
Well, I was playing with mouse and keyboard, and that's a mistake on that game. You need a fucking. It even told me at the beginning. It was like, recommend you use a controller for this game, and I was like,
You're like,
yeah, I'll be
shit.
good.
I got.
God
Oh my
damn it,
god!
I keep like mashing shit, and like my
Your poor A button.
GeForce overlay would like pop up because it's like one of the controls is Alt, and the Z button's right next to it. So like Alt Z, and then my GeForce overlay would pop up, and I'm like, I'm in the middle of a boss battle.
Okay.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
She licked my hand.
Yep. And she said that basically whatever is affecting you is too powerful for her. But she suggests that you go deeper in search of a higher power than her.
And the mountain or the level?
The mountain.
Well then, I guess I'll ask. Well, do you know of a higher power? Do you know of someone that might be able to cure this?
She says, I know of no name, but as you get deeper, you should find what you are seeking.
Well,
Depending on if your cleric
then
takes
I
the right
guess-
spells.
My other question for you is, do you know how to go deeper? Do you know
the Muffin
the
Man?
way?
I was just thinking that.
Please don't do it.
Do what, Justin?
The Muffin Man?
No, not that.
No.
Do
the
you know?
way.
Do you know the way? The way?
Every time I think of that, I hear that song, the one from Matilda, but it was No do it. No do it. And it was just, the video was just a bunch of those stupid songs
You see her
dancing.
point, and she goes, "The river."
Just follow the river. That was very insightful. I do greatly appreciate it. Is there, I guess, do you know of any other hazards along the way?
Do it.
I think she explained everything last time because there was the hook whore.
Well, the hook order was to the north.
No, it was the direct south. So you guys took the river around. The hook whore was through the tunnels, not taking the river.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Which direction along the river did she point? I know I'm not there, but I feel like this is something that
Well, she
should
said
ask.
follow the river, so I'm assuming whichever way it's flowing, which I think is the way that we went.
Yeah.
Nope, it was going opposite because the fish were going the other way.
That's what we need, that pirate ship.
No, we went with the river.
Yes, we need the scavenger. The pirate ship that I know about.
So you're on the assumption that something bad was up top and it infected all the way down.
Yes,
Something could be here and affect both ways.
but it would go against the current. But okay, it's magic. Whatever.
Yeah, that's how
It
magic
just
works.
wrecked like
Right.
your entire party. You don't think it's so powerful?
Hey, whatever, bro.
If that's what your dumb character wants to assume, that's fine.
Maybe it was the dumb player that assumed
Yeah, that's
that
probably
everything
what it
was flowing down the current of
Well,
the
I
river.
mean, what is Chip's intelligence?
12.
So yeah, we'll just blame both of you.
Cool. What is Bill's intelligence?
11.
That's being generous.
All right. So what are you guys doing?
Well, I will take this information. I will look at Youngbull. I'll be, how are you feeling, Youngbull? Would you like to
Better
travel?
than you.
You were not wrong about that.
Sorry.
Would you like to travel to meet up with the group, or would you rather stay here to take a short rest?
I think that is well advised.
Do you know what,
I like the yes answer to the multiple choice question.
the next level?
Yes.
And then he starts walking back in the direction of
The next level is a
That's what I
desert.
figured.
There's no water on the next level.
So, Youngbull, you
Yeah, it's completely dry.
you're Goliath. Do you hail from the spine of the world?
Yes, as I've mentioned many times.
I mean, I don't know if you've mentioned it to me, like, directly.
So are you guys
You
heading
get a
back
pass.
or are you staying?
Yeah, we're heading back.
Okay, you're heading back.
We'll converse on our way there.
So at this point, the water walk is weared off.
That's alright, Yumble will swim.
Okay. So you kind of like step on and you go right into it.
Sure, I don't care.
Well, I mean, your foot goes in and not on top. Like the
Right.
very first step, you don't fall or anything, but you notice that. So you're gonna make the. But most of the time, like going back downriver, seems way easier because it's with the current, and then you just kind of swim and mosey on over. So I will let you guys rejoin the party, and we will go for a short rest.
All right.
So it's short rest. Well, are you jumping in the hot tub with everyone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, when you walk in, you see Geist and I just
Matthias will
hanging out in the hot tub.
doff his armor. Get
And
him
an open bottle of Glühwein.
We're all getting drunk and hanging out in the hot
We're
tub.
all crunked out in the hot tub.
Hey, I like it.
I'm about to spend
So there's a successful short rest.
I'm gonna spend some hit die
I
too.
could probably spend some hit dice.
I have 6 hit die to spend, so I'm going to spend all of them.
How do you only have 6?
Because I.
Oh, you have some used.
Yeah.
11. Okay, I used 4.
I'm back up to full health.
I think you were the worst.
Yep. I'm still looking awful.
Oh, I'm no longer grappled. I could probably turn that condition off.
You're just permanently grappled.
Oh, Kylie.
So chilling in the hot tub for an hour. How do I feel?
You
Just
feel good.
fine. Yeah, I feel good.
You're at like a
Down
neutral
10.
state, kind of.
Is there like a couch in the room next to the hot tub, or are we all sitting in the hot tub room?
There is.
did we long
I guess I'll
tell
describe
what
it
during the
because it's
session
my
I saw?
cabin now.
Well, I was gonna say
what
we'll
was
say
this
like
about?
Jinkler comes around and
No,
gets
I
you
don't think so.
whatever you need within
Just
reason.
checking where I needed to.
Well, because like I don't want to get in the hot tub because I'm picturing that
No,
there's
yeah, we didn't.
Well, there's
only
3
but
rooms.
so much room in the hot
Damn.
tub.
I say
Oh,
there's
the
like a
hot tub
living
is
room.
big enough for
That's
everybody.
30.
Well,
Doesn't
I don't know
matter.
if I'd want to get in the water.
I'd say there's like a living room with like table and chairs. And
Yeah, there's a
couch and
dining
stuff.
area,
Yeah.
a fireplace, probably a potbelly stove in here.
Mm.
There
I think that's
are
fair enough.
3 doors in the room or in the cabin that lead to bedrooms.
It says not scary, scary, really scary.
One bedroom is the master bedroom, clearly mine. The other bedroom has a bunk bed and a normal bed, and then the other room has 2 beds.
You notice that room actually says like Lord Howard Phillips on it.
Good.
So
I tell the Jinkler, thank you, thanks.
So
He goes, you shook it. You get it.
Yeah, Santa Howard Phillips.
do you think that there could be
I
a
like that.
chance that the potion man could assist you?
I'll take
Oh.
anything at this point because
I
I'm not gonna. I can't live like this.
Damn right.
Yes,
well,
it
I'll
looks so
explain
hard to live in a jacuzzi.
Everything to the party.
Yeah,
No,
so
I
you
mean-
relay all the information.
I can't fucking sit in this jacuzzi for the rest of my goddamn
Or
life.
have somebody constantly spraying you with water every couple of minutes.
Yeah.
It seems like I'm gonna roll an insight check to see if I could tell how long it had been before I my skin dried out and then I took that damage.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm gonna cast guidance on myself.
I'd like to do the same.
You just let the smart people do it for you?
Do you want
Exactly.
do you want insight or medicine? Insight because I'm trying to gauge time.
Yeah.
So 23.
23.
Mine was just 7.
10. You kind of judge it, and you guess it's around every 10 minutes. You need to re-moisturize somehow.
Yeah, because from what it felt like
That's a real
after
short,
just being out for 10 or so minutes.
it's a real short amount of time.
Yeah,
Just fill your bag of holding with water.
that's actually not a bad fucking idea.
And then you just jump in and then
Well-
jump back out.
As the no goggles,
Water's fucking heavy.
the priestess of the Kuatoa,
8.3.
she said that we might be able to find
pounds
help
for every gallon.
further down in the mountain, and she said that we should follow the river in order to get there. So
So we're already on the right path then.
I think we just kind of float it and see what lies ahead, because we'd stay in the water for as long as possible if we just.
Also,
float
if you
the
guys
river.
remember, the priestess shaman lady, she asked you to help her reconstruct her god shrine.
Mhm.
There was the hook core that she told you about,
Which
and
is
then
also
there's-
guarding the
tongues.
the tongue of terror. or
and there's
whatever.
also
Madness.
going back
Tongues
to
of
getting
madness.
the potions
tongue of tickling.
and
So-
fulfilling the drow. So there's a lot of
Which
things,
doesn't seem like
but
it's gonna happen.
you guys,
Young bull
party
Matthias,
can
help
do
yourself
whatever
to
you
this glue vine over here.
Of course, Matthias will partake.
Have you ever had?
No.
You know, he doesn't
Pour
normally.
you a glass, and I'll just slide it across the edge of the hot tub
Okay.
over to you.
want. You mage hand it to him.
Yeah, and I'll mage hand it over. I'll slide it over out of reach, and then the mage hand just
It
comes
like
out of my hand
continues it
and
on.
just continues it on over to him. So, and then I'll just grab mine with my other hand and take a sip. This fucking sucks. I guess I get what I deserve, huh?
Is there any sense, even I know what Gogloop said, but Would there be any sense in maybe the three of us that aren't affected going to at least speak with the potion man to see if there's anything he can do?
I don't see why.
Well, you guys relax. The ones of us that can be outside of the water we can water walk and get back there quickly.
Do you think that there's
That's water
I
walking.
mean, I don't want to leave you guys hanging, but we're not going to be much use outside the water.
Can I give an insight check to see if I can, or history or whatever, to recall what kind of supplies the alchemist had? To see if they could possibly craft something along these lines?
Sure.
What do you want? Insight or history?
Give me history.
Are you proficient in alchemy supplies?
Oh, I guess that was a good question. I don't think I am.
I am.
So I guess I wouldn't. I am. I am proficient in alchemy
You didn't know.
supplies. So
Can I roll 2 to
15.
cast guidance on myself?
That's a 15. That's pretty damn good.
We'll see.
19.
19. You
Actually,
think that when he offered you those 2 potions,
22.
that's mostly all he
his
had.
wheelhouse. All right. Well, are we hitting the water then?
You guys
Well,
do. Obviously, there's windows. There's that place that you guys came in and out, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4 tunnels to the south part that kind of goes with the current.
So,
Do we want to
the
ask-
current led straight into here? There wasn't like it went out.
It followed the main river, but then you can obviously the water kind of pushed you in here. But there's like a light current. It kind of like, but you kind of see like the water's coming in, and then it'll start to like come into the island, disperse out, and then it starts to flow down the 4 channels that are at the bottom.
Is there anything we could make out of the Aboleth's dead body that could save you? Like the venom of a snake?
That's not how creatures like that work, Chip.
Well, that's just
It was an
spitball.
idea. You're right. It was certainly an idea.
It's an inspiring idea, but I have to agree with Matthias. I don't think
Alright.
that'll work.
Do we
What
want
if
to
you
ask?
ate its heart or something?
Yes.
Does that
That'd be
ever
pretty
work?
badass, but I'm pretty sure they're toxic.
I think.
I mean, I'm sure that
Young
Youngbull can probably cook up the heart pretty good. I mean,
I mean,
Jinkler, do you have any garlic or onions or mushrooms, anything?
Yes.
and if this is an actual thing, I promise you I don't fucking know. I promise I don't know. I'm just like throwing this shit out.
No, you're good. That's actually a good idea.
Well, I mean, that's why I was saying, like, if there's something that we can use from it to maybe help them.
I mean, it doesn't hurt to
Counteract.
try it.
Well, the big thing to know about aboleths, though, is they're from a different world. They don't match up with our.
It's not even another world. It's another.
Plane of existence.
I'm going to leave the
Yeah,
hut,
but
and
as
I'm
a
going to take Nettie back over to the
reference.
Aboleth.
I don't think the Aboleth would conveniently keep its cure for its weapon on hand.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Maybe it's like making anti-venom out of the venom for a snake. It's hard to talk in this deep growl.
I mean, does it really hurt to try it?
I don't believe that's the same.
Well,
Well,
it could hurt to try it.
It
It's
could
the
just
problem.
make for a good meal.
But I mean, the thing is, I mean,
heart is pretty
it
good.
could hurt to try it, but are you guys not somewhat doomed in general?
Well, that's why I'm pitching that we go
another
lower.
spitball. Do you want to ask your patron if he knows of a way to help?
If he even answers me.
Well, it would be worth the try, wouldn't it?
Why don't you ask yours, Chip?
Howard,
I can do that.
Howard, why
Yeah.
don't you send a message to the Blackstaff and see if she has any insight into what might cure this?
Now,
Now there's
that is an idea
now
I can
there's
support.
out of game. Now there's a damn good idea.
Because I was about to speed,
That's-
like, cool, you go, you get a heart, it does nothing. That's basically what we're going to speed that up.
Other than
We're gonna
Young
speed that
Bull
up
cooking
real
it up
fast.
really deliciously, it does nothing else.
It does absolutely nothing.
Trent might know.
I would rather ask the Blackstaff to tell you the truth.
Who's
Carl-
Trent?
Carl is probably the smartest of the group,
Vincent
so
Trent.
He doesn't know.
I'll reach into the hot tub and I
Oh.
reach into the now soaking bag of stuff. I actually pulled the whole bag out and I just sort of set it there and I pressed the digitation in it to dry it off. And I just cast it a few times to just dry it, make sure, and then kind of cast into it a little bit to dry everything.
Hit a blue dryer.
And then I'll reach in and grab the copper wire and then just sort of wrap it around my fingers, and I'm going to cast Sending to the Black Staff.
All right. 25 words?
Yes.
Okay.
I got you.
All right. So, I will say...
before you do that, can you give us a chance to discuss exactly how to word this?
Yeah, so I wrap it around my fingers and I go, what are we asking?
I say,
How much wood
if you have any
could a
knowledge
woodchuck chuck?
on the disease an aboleth can bestow upon somebody and how it may be cured.
That's exactly what I was going to ask.
But just in case,
Yeah, not a bad
very
idea.
specific, and this is my location if you know. Maybe describe a bit what's happening to you to give, in case it had other methods of diseasing, so we can give the specifics.
That's a lot to give in 25 words, but I will try. So, I will cast Sending.
Okay.
On the 4th level.
Wait, are you saying it's on the floor?
That's what he said. On the 4th level.
She knows where we're at,
Okay.
but I just had to tell her. That's all right. So on the 4th level, attacked and diseased by an aboleth. Need a cure for myself and 2 others.
Alright,
You got 6 words.
7.
Just curious why 3 people are counting.
7. Yeah,
someone-
No one trusts anyone.
Skin,
Translucent?
translucent,
Skin translucent,
Slimy.
slimy.
have to stay in water.
Have to
You
stay
didn't
in
get
water.
the water in.
No, must stay wet.
Must
Dry
stay wet.
means
Yeah.
pain.
Must stay wet.
I was gonna say, and tell her that Geist is one of them because he's one of her favorite sons.
You guys are the heroes of Waterdeep. I don't think
Yeah.
I'm gonna say.
The black staff just apparates into your tiny hut, and then the snowman beats the shit out of her.
She would beat the shit out of the snowman.
Yeah.
And
then she would think that it's a trap,
Right.
and she'd beat the shit out of us.
Right.
You called me here for this?
Oh, like, okay, so they have to answer immediately.
She knows exactly who I am.
I know.
does have that doctor dude in there that she called to help Chip. He's right in there with her.
1
Yep.
second. Pooping.
But it does say immediately.
I
Yeah.
wanted to throw in.
I don't think it's right there.
I
next to
really
her.
wanted to.
So
As soon as she starts speaking, I basically repeat what I hear,
okay.
so everybody knows.
So she will say, "This is very concerning.
This is very concerning.
I will try and help,
I will try and help,
but I need time."
but I need time.
You're at 13.
She'll
You
say,
pooping?
she'll say, "Give me a day,"
Give me a day.
and then it ends.
Well, that's all she said.
So, I mean, as long
I
as
feel
you
like-
all have water, I mean,
This
should we
level
give
is
it a
water
day?
galore. I mean, we could probably still move around and fight the things we need to fight down here with you guys by the water.
My petition personally is that we go south, we go down to the next level, see what we find there, and then come back when we are better.
What if
Because
it
if
has-
someone can help us, I'd say we try to seek that now rather than.
Jinkler, do you have a larger container than this bottle here? And I hold up the bottle of Glühwein.
It's just to like hold water in. He'll bring you out a pitcher, kind of like.
Is there a lid?
Sure, there's a lid.
I'm gonna test it. I'll grab it, fill it up, put the lid on, and I start sloshing it around as water come out.
It's not the greatest seal, but it holds.
Okay.
Kinda good.
That was a pretty high enough roll.
How many of these do you have?
He says I have 3.
Can I have all 3? You will get them back.
Of course.
Yes, master.
You know, this is the first time I met you, Jinkler, but you're all right. And then I'll fill up the 3 and set them outside of the...
I'm a summoned apparition. I do
Ew,
whatever
you're gonna
you
fill it
say.
up with your bath water? Gross.
So whatever you do not give him a suck.
It's not because it'll set him
Jinkler is free!
It won't set him free. He'll just use it to masturbate a lot.
Aw.
Matthew gave Jinkler
If Jinkler's your friend or not?
No, if I wet my clothes enough, that will prolong the 2 minutes.
Okay.
It's actually not a bad idea.
If I just soak them, like super soak them.
I use fabricate,
Given, I guess, wouldn't
To
the
create-
clothes dry out as fast as...
old-time
No, I
scuba
guess
suits
skin as
with
fast
the
as-
helmets, with the diving bell helmets, that they can then fill up
24.
with water
24.
and walk around in water-filled clothes.
Well, but here's the problem.
We still
can't
need to
all
breathe.
breathe water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the hot tub suit from the
Okay,
Simpsons.
so what was your insight?
24.
24. So, you suggest it might extend the time period, but sooner or later,
It's gonna
they
be-
will dry out.
Yeah. So it might give it a
It'll
little-
help, but it's not a long-term fix.
Right.
But you know what, guys? We could just take a day vacation here. We're in a nice little beautiful island in the middle of this pond.
Or we go back on the water and go find the
Yumbo
pirate ship.
glances out the window. Yes. Very lovely outside
Where
today.
do you
Young
know
Bull.
of a pirate ship?
Finish
On a
the
level
glue
above.
vine, young bull.
There's
It's lovely
treasure.
in here.
Yumbo takes a sip.
If you guys went on the river and head south, if you head north, it said there was like booty to be found.
Right.
If you went.
And that was on the level above.
Yes.
Which, the way we got to this level was by walking on dry land.
Let's
for
backtrack.
a long time.
I'm also going to look over at you and notice that you have a regular shield. You have a regular one, right?
Yeah.
And I'm going to say, right now I don't quite need this, so if it'll assist you, I'll hand you a +1 shield.
Wow. Well, yes, it would, and I greatly appreciate it.
No problem.
Avoid those hits. So before,
Okay,
so
the-
before the,
And you know
the
what?
cabin
I'll be-
disappears, I'm gonna
I've noticed that
super soak my
you
clothes.
seem to mostly be up front when it comes to checking for the
These are
traps and
interesting
everything of
chats.
this party, and
There's
it
a
seems
lot
to be your
going
commonality. So
Hmm?
I think you could benefit from these, and I'll hand you the eyes of minute seeing.
Oh.
Nice.
For the viewers at home, what do those do?
These crystal lenses fit over the eyes. While wearing them, you can see much better than normally out to a range of 1 foot. You have advantage on investigation checks that rely on sight when searching an area or studying an object within that range.
Oh, for a second I was like, cool, you can see farther than a foot. But it's more investigation, not perception.
Yeah.
Yes, minute seeing, not minute seeing.
Even though they're spelled the same.
Seeing the
I'm a
time.
phone.
Well, thank you, sir.
Since we're in a sharing mood, Yumbo will pull out the gloves of the Umber Hulk. I don't want these.
Ooh, I'll take those too.
What do they
Don't
do?
mind if I do.
They
Let you dig real well.
they let you dig real well. Yes. So you get a burrowing speed of 20 feet. You can use them as melee weapons that do 1d8 damage on hit.
I mean, I could definitely use these. Does anybody else?
Let me actually look through and see if there's anything.
I could
else.
use them.
Have we run into any diggable surfaces?
I'm
Are
just
they-
fucking good.
So far,
Are they tunable?
They require attunement.
Nah.
They require strength for your attacks.
Nah.
But I bypass that because they're magical. I can use my intelligence for it.
Nah.
That's awesome.
You can't manipulate objects
I
or
did
cast
not
spells
know
with
that.
somatic components while wearing them. So you wouldn't be able to cast spells while wearing them.
That's
you
fine.
probably wouldn't
Unless
be using
it
them.
was just
I'm still pretty melee.
yeah. Unless you had like if it was only vocal somatics.
So,
And
Or
to gain the
you-
burrowing speed, you have to wear both of them at the same time.
while I'm drunk, I want to see if I can figure out how to attach my Ezra's eye to my shield to make it a sentinel shield.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not coming up.
what?
Yeah.
Is that a
It's
thing?
right there,
Yeah.
so
I must know.
Just gives you advantage on initiative and perception checks. The Sentinel Shield.
There's stuff in Xanathar's guide for
do you have
crafting
common
magic
check or
items.
something?
Oh.
like that.
No?
I might
I mean, I have the Ezra's Eye, which is a common magic item, and I have a +1 shield.
Weird, because I thought we had all the...
Couldn't I just put them together, lose the +1, it'd be easier to hit me?
Where's Chip at? He's at 23.
I am at 23.
But what is a Sentinel Shield?
I just told you.
I don't think
I mean,
you
I
get
think
plus
that's a
one. I think
GM.
you
No.
get-
item.
While
He's
holding the
gonna get
shield,
+1.
you have advantage on initiative rolls and wisdom perception checks. The shield is emblazed with the symbol of an eye.
It's rare if that helps.
It takes on the rest of the time inside the hut.
Wondrous.
How long do you have the hut for?
As long as I want. Until I say the command word.
Yeah.
Magic
So I haven't read through Xanathar's, so
There's a lot of stuff in there for
Well, it's like you have
I think it's a
to
percentage.
give
though, to
time
make
and a certain amount of gold, and you can allot what items might be required to craft such item.
Yeah.
So it might be like 3 days, and you have to spend a value of 1,000 gold pieces to craft an item, but you need these materials that cost this much money.
Yeah.
oh,
And probably the skills to make the item, right?
Yeah,
Which-
well, he's a forge cleric.
Yeah,
so I imagine.
he's got the
I have
skills.
Smith's
so we'll
and
figure it
Tinker's
out
tools.
for next session.
Yeah.
I was like,
I was just
That's
wondering.
actually not a bad idea.
yeah, we'll do it next.
Since I have the Ezra's Eye, I mean, why not make use of the item that I no longer need?
Okay. So what's the plan?
I'm getting drunk because this situation is fucked. And
So you have the hut for as long as you want.
Jinkler, you got another bottle?
And you just see him like open up his jacket and he pulls out another one.
That's a good man.
Can you pop it?
It's already popped.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say he clicks his fingers. And...
Is that a jacket of holding?
Pulls out a deck.
You guys want any more Glühwein? Another bottle of
Oh, dude, like, yeah, that shit was pretty good.
Yeah.
It's got, I like the flavors to it. It's better
yeah.
than
So
the
are you guys
swill
waiting
ginger.
here until you feel enough time has passed to resend to the Blackstaff? Or what are you guys doing in the meantime?
That's, I mean, I'm getting a little toasty right now.
I'm gonna sail the river. Coast the river.
Sail the river.
Float the river.
I mean, we can head out that way.
I mean, do you guys want to go and fuck up this hook whore?
I don't want to be far from water.
Well,
We
maybe
can explore.
bring it to us.
And stay near the river.
Yes.
Well, I just want to scout. I want to see what lies
How
further
about-
down this river.
how about
and
we let
kind
him
of
scout?
Report back.
I'll go with him.
So he can swim.
I was
You
about to
can't.
say, are you able to swim?
Oh no. I'll
So,
just be-
He's got the cloak of the manta ray.
Yeah, so
Okay.
that's why
I'm
he's
gonna
doing
go 120 feet in 6 seconds. So,
Oh, you got it.
Underwater. Yeah.
Oh, you got it.
so I want to swim the river.
Don't die.
Do you want to send
Spider.
your spider with him?
There's also
No.
Polly.
Okay.
Polly can't communicate unless the spider's on him, though.
All right. I
Oh.
just wondered.
Yeah, I'm actually going to, when he leaves, I hold my hand up. I got my glass of Glühwein, and I hold my hand up, and Kylie poops right there, and I go, "What's up, girl?"
So,
Yeah, shit's fucked. Shit's fucked.
why a spider?
Lost his mind.
I don't know. Just called to me, I guess.
Cool. I like it.
Okay, so will you guys have that conversation?
Yep.
So you're going out alone.
Yep.
Cool. Where are you going? There's back that way, and then there are 4 chutes at the bottom. We'll say 1, 2, 3.
Are any of them stronger than any other?
I'll say 1, 2, and 4 are.
Like equally?
Yeah, they're about the same width. The third one is a little bit skinnier.
I guess which one is? Well, so the river comes through this way. It didn't continue past whatever that. Okay.
Okay, it went past. So the big river went, and you guys came down like a little chute to go into here.
So
Okay.
it does.
But the big river is still.
So the
Yeah, so
river
the
does
river-
continue past. We just went into an alcove.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
then I'm gonna go back up and
he wants to continue down the river.
yeah, I'm gonna
itself.
float the main river.
The main river. Okay. So you go back up.
Yep. Staying under the water. Well, keeping an eye like to the ceiling
Yeah.
to look
So,
out for the dreaded roper.
You come out, you swim about 60 feet, and you notice there's a little alcove to the left.
Okay. Do I see anything in that outfit?
Do you like break the water, kind of like?
Yeah.
Because I assume it's kind of like
Yeah,
weird looking
I'll
underneath.
like take a look up and around and everything.
It looks to be about a 20 by, we'll say 15 alcove. And then so the floor of this alcove it looks about 7 feet above the water level. Everything is coated in slime. Should be a little difficult to climb up. But you catch what looks to be the corner of a raft or some sort of boat that's stuck away in the back of the alcove.
I will keep that in mind and continue to float the river.
Okay. So you continue floating down. It comes out and starts to bend to the left. Goes about another, we'll say, 140 feet.
I'm gonna keep an eye out for any of the chutes that were from the island,
Okay.
just in case one of them like kind of leads back to this.
Well, when you
area.
turn the corner, there looks to be 2 chutes off to the left, and there looks to be some landmass that's on the right.
Okay. Anything on that landmass?
This slimy beach looks to be littered with dead crabs and fish.
Gross.
And then this is about 30 feet wide and about 20 feet deep, and then you see a tunnel going off to the right.
Okay, I'll continue to float the
Do you
river.
ignore the 2 chutes on the left, or do you keep going down the river?
I guess can I ascertain whether or not those 2 chutes come from where I was?
Give me, we'll just say insight.
That's fine. 5.
We'll say you've gone far enough down the river that you're not quite sure where you're at compared to it, so you don't know if those lead back or to something new.
Okay, I will note them that there's 2 chutes over here and kind of be like, I'll figure it out when I get back.
Okay. So continue down.
Yep, continue down.
You continue down another 120 feet, I guess, and then there are 2 more chutes to the left.
Okay. So 4 chutes in total so far.
And I'll say when you get to the first one and you look down it, it kind of winds, but you can see a little enough in there, and it looks like it's really close to where the entrance where you went underneath to battle the aboleth. It looks like it's about right there. So where you battle the aboleth was like right here. That chute right there everything looks kind of familiar when you look inside.
Gotcha. So can I even... But it's not to a point where I can see the cabin or anything.
No, it's not facing the right way.
Okay.
But you see the same rock formations that are in the middle of the water. You're like, I recognize that rock.
Okay.
So that chute looks like it leads back into the cave.
That is a nice boulder.
That's a nice boulder.
That's a
Okay, keep sailing.
There's the second one. That one kind of, you only see about 10 feet before it kind of like juts off at an angle. And then you keep going about another 70 feet-ish.
Okay.
And there's 2 landmasses. One that's really skinny that narrows down to like 5 feet on the left, and then one that looks to be about 10 feet wide on the right.
Okay. But I don't see any creatures or anything.
Let me see. Okay. And then... You do not see anyone.
Okay.
But now that you're farther down the river, it looks to be like this is getting... you kind of feel the current kind of picking up, but you can still kind of keep swimming with it. And it seems to be the loudest here. from the river kind of coming down.
Gotcha. So, but it just feels like it's getting stronger. It doesn't feel like it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just keep floating it.
So you keep going.
I'm going to when I feel it's starting to get stronger though, I'm going to try and get closer to like the wall, just in case I need to grab one.
I'll say you go about another like 50 feet, and then you can see it start to turn into like rough rapids. Like if you continued on, your swim speed would get overcome, and it would probably take you down the river.
I will.
Like you start seeing white water, and it's real loud. It's starting to like cone in, and
Okay.
everything's starting to speed up.
I will grab onto the wall, and I will start to climb around. And
You grab the wall,
continue
and
to
it is so slimy that you cannot grip it.
Okay, then I'll just float the river. Fuck it.
You're good down the river.
He's going.
All right.
Feet first.
Oh
Just
boy.
gonna go ahead and Theron this. That's cool.
Here we go.
Here, see if you can get this open.
Interception.
What did you do to this thing?
Nothing. I closed it last time I opened it.
I saw it turn a little
You
bit.
need 2 pairs of channel locks.
I know. There it
There
goes.
you go.
Nice.
I was about to just say, just sticking the knife in
Carl
the
for the win.
Then make.
I think what happened. It looks like the
Got off track.
yeah.
Oh, is it
Because
stuck?
What you did
Yeah,
was
it
you,
was stuck.
I heard you.
Well,
pop it.
the D4 popped up and it
Oh.
was locking because there's foam on the top of the
Oh, it
lid, so
gripped
it was
it.
locking in there.
Son of a bee.
Be of a son.
What damage
So,
am I taking?
so you brace for impact and start heading down.
Yep.
And,
Feet first.
Feet first.
That's what I was taught in Boy Scouts. So.
So there are multiple rocks. There's rapids. You hit a couple waterfalls, and
Hey.
you take 17 bludgeoning damage as you sit there and bounce back and forth and hit the waterfall and come down. Your breathing's fine. You're pretty good, but just the rocket back and forth.
I like grabbing it.
God, that's such a good idea.
So, is that bear, man? That bear was rough.
Damn it, Caps. Fuck you. We're losing 2-0 to the Sabres.
They have not had a good season.
No, they're
First half,
fine.
fan-fucked-tap. Well, we're still leading the division.
Yeah.
So
okay.
the Penguins fell off worse than us. They're
Whenever
like
I
5
listen
points
to
behind now.
whenever I listen to Ellie in the morning, he's always complaining about the Caps. So.
So it's gonna be really fun. So we'll say you've been like beat around enough that you're just kind of just like going with the flow now,
Okay.
and it starts to basically calm down, and then you kind of like come to kind of just like, and then you look and you see sunlight coming in
That does not
through.
seem good.
How?
A giant
Do
sun.
are the walls still like viscous?
Yeah.
You get
So you're just kind of at the mercy of the river now. At this point, it's slowed down enough that you can like stay where you are,
But where are you gonna go from there?
Okay.
but you
Are gonna
realize
salmon
it's
that
going to
shit
be
back upstream.
very difficult to try and get back upriver now.
Okay. In fact, I have a climbing speed doesn't matter at all with this viscousy stuff. No.
Keep going.
If you had water walking,
I guess I will.
That shit.
Does it look like?
Grid.
Does it look like it gets stronger after this calm spot?
Nope. Just stays calm.
And it just looks like there's fucking sunlight.
Yep.
Keep going.
Don't trust
And
that.
you're just sitting there kind of treading, kind of just...
You're
what
deep
the
under
fuck is happening
sunlight
right
does
now?
not
and
make
now
sense.
you've gone up a level.
Yes, Matthias knows that.
Somebody could have created.
I know that.
Somebody could have
What?
created an artificial sun.
But if he has no way to get out, there's no way to get out, and all that's left is going up the river.
Yeah. Yeah,
Are you
Try to give you the signs.
Are you going up six
Don't
feet?
go this way.
Hey, you're trying to give me the signs. It's not necessarily me.
But all those red flags look like go, go,
Hey.
go.
if that's what your character would do, I feel like I did my job. So
I feel like you did your job as well. I gotta look at.
So, Carl.
Well, I do love a good mystery, so let's go. Let's see
no.
what's going on down over there.
Carl, do you
So-
want to find this other book?
I'm going
Yeah.
to gently approach, not like
okay, yeah, just kind of weed your way in. So the
Trying to keep
more
an eye
you
on
start
it.
going downriver, the sun looks like it's coming from the right, and when you kind of like when you look out, you see grass and trees, and then once you get closer, you start hearing like birds. And basically, once you break the end of the tunnel, you see a sun in the air. You feel like the warmth on your skin from the sun, and then you look and there's a forest, and it looks like you are now outside.
insight check.
Welcome to level 5.
I want to know how.
Level 6?
Level 6. Yeah, because we're on level 5.
We're on level 4.
Oh, we're on level 4. Yeah, that was right.
I will approach the landmass,
Okay.
and I'm going to keep my
The river right now is about 70 feet wide, and it's at a slow pace. And
Okay.
there's a. It looks like the wall for the continues going down, and it looks like it goes up, and there's like a cliff.
Okay.
And then you see like more trees up on top of the cliff, but basically when you look to the right, it's completely open for a pretty good while. And there are trees, and every once in a while you'll see like a deer kind of.
The hell's going on?
So I'm going
Kinda-
to insight and see if this is an illusion.
Okay.
About at this time, we've been chilling in the cabin. How long has he been gone for?
He left. Everything was at like normal pace, and the rapids and everything was a while. I'd say he's been gone for
So I would have been traveling my normal speed as well, if that
with the current.
matters.
The current would have added.
Right, but what I'm saying
Yeah.
is like I wouldn't have tried to resist the current at all. I would have gone my normal
I'd say like
speed
10,
with the current.
15 minutes.
Okay. Nothing out of the ordinary.
It was probably like 10 with him kind of stopping, and then once here he's kind of like 5, kind of just me.
So,
Young bull, you mind if I ask you a favor?
Of course.
Yeah, you
Got
guys
anything
talk.
to-
I gotta figure out the.
Got anything to cook up on that potbelly stove over there?
Yumble.
What would you roll?
17 for insight, if that is what you want. To try to discern whether or not this is real. Or, I mean, I guess we want Arcana instead.
I would say for that, as of right now, it looks real. It feels real. There's a breeze. You feel everything like it's outside.
Okay.
But you realize that you are 4 levels deep, 5 levels deep in the Undermountain, and you're like, this shouldn't be here.
Right.
Like, it feels as real as it can be, but
But-
your, like, alarm is like, who the fuck made this?
Well, I think Matthias is smart enough to know who is in charge of this Undermountain.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, okay,
it's
yeah.
kind of
So-
like
So you know who might have made it.
this seems reasonable. It's weird, but reasonable.
Yeah.
All right, he will.
Well, as 15 minutes goes by, does anyone worry? Does anyone say anything?
Well,
Is everybody
I
chilling?
was asking Carl if maybe
is
we
a
could
pretty
go.
short time to be scouts.
I know, but
So
I'm just asking. 'Cause
I'm
we're gonna
getting
continue on.
Yeah, because I'm sitting in the hot tub getting toasty. I asked Young Bull to see if he has anything to whip up.
Yumble
You
pulls
two
out
were
a chicken.
conversating,
Yeah, we were gonna go see if we could
and then
find
you
the
had a
other
question
boot.
for me.
hey, guess what? Not pruning.
Oh shit!
So you said that the boot would tell me when
It's a
I
blessing in
identified
disguise.
it, which way the other one was.
No.
thought
I
you
said I knew which way it
Oh, I
was.
thought you
Yeah.
said it.
No.
Oh, okay.
You
That
just
would
found
be
one
pretty
half of a
cool,
magical
though.
bolt.
Yeah. So I was like, maybe we could go see if we can find this one. You can use detect magic and just keep looking around. We'll find it eventually.
Just find object.
Oh
I
shit!
will say that I think we need to take a long rest before we venture forth too much more because I am spent.
Yes, I am also spent.
I actually would not mind just hanging out in this hot tub.
So I could use locate object after we wake up, and I'll be able to find.
We split the party. We split the party.
So
It
I would
went
say-
so great last time.
I would say when we
The Adventures of Young
we continue to
Guys.
rest a bit, and when we get to the point where we've taken another short rest,
magic items.
and
Feeling it.
Matthias hasn't come back yet, I would recommend that maybe you send a message to him to see where he is at.
Well, I'm gonna go sleep for 8 full hours, since we have a snowman guarding us. Good night, guys.
Yumble tips over his bag and just dumps stuff out. And he like sifts through like rope and like the odd maul, and eventually he pulls out a chicken
that.
and a pound of edible fungi.
Jinkler, you got any cooking utensils for young bull over here? He makes a very mean chicken.
What does he hand young bull?
No.
Like
I can try.
like a spit and
thanks.
skewer, a knife, like a poker, charcoal. He grabs whatever.
Yeah.
Well, he has the charcoal.
Young bull looks at
No.
his.
Yeah, I was gonna say he has charcoal.
He has charcoal.
Except he's not here right now.
Well, I imagine the stove's going.
Yumbo looks at his jacket of holding appraisingly, and he goes, and he'll pull out cooking utensils, and he'll start cooking.
Okay.
So
Matthias is
the
going
first thing that he does is he cuts open the chicken and he starts stuffing mushrooms inside of the chicken.
Ooh.
And then he applies pressure to like close it back up sort of, and he sticks it in the oven.
I sort of when I hear all
Jinkler
that
gives you
going
some
on,
twine to like
Yeah.
wrap it up.
when I hear all that going on, I go, "Hey, young bull, you got that spice pouch I got you? I mean, I didn't get it for you. I know you have it. Sorry, you have it."
He's just about to. And Yumbo will pull out the space pouch. And he'll pull out this special spice that you guys have never seen before, and he just sprinkles it over the chicken.
Oh yeah, go bam.
I call it pepper.
Back home, we call this Old Bay.
Hey!
It goes great on everything.
Yeah, but what about the new bay?
Shut up! You're gone.
You're not there, explorer.
Hey,
Dora over here.
I'm an archaeologist. I yearn for exploration.
Okay, so is
Yeah,
we're
we're all
all
just,
chilling till further
and
notice.
Yumbo starts cooking.
When an hour goes by and we've taken another short rest and Matthias hasn't returned, I would recommend maybe shooting him a message to see where the fuck he's at.
Okay, so we're given an hour.
Yeah.
An hour of free time.
I'm asleep.
Okay.
Activities.
Have fun.
So during this time,
Well, hold on. So
can I
opens up.
give like a roll for like perception?
I'm going to describe it a little bit.
I
There's
know,
there's a nice little
but I want to be
description.
like perceptive.
Okay.
So unless you want to go off my passive.
Well, you should have perceived that the water was
Perceive
going to
away.
take you down a fucking hole.
Matthias knows how water works.
are we sure this is Matthias, not Theron?
Theron rushes in.
It was fair and all along.
I'm trying to think it wasn't
Surprise!
six.
I'm not
6.
dead.
Active
That's the real reason I
You're still
didn't
feeling
come
a little
back.
concussed from the waterfalls and the rapids and stuff, so you don't get much.
You know what? TLC said it best.
But
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
so this forest contains
Groan.
deciduous and
Deciduous.
Deciduous
Deciduous.
and coniferous.
coniferous trees,
Indeed.
as well as berry bushes and other shrubs. All kinds of flowers grow here, but no roses, or I guess.
That's very specific.
Yeah.
So we'll see. There's another line that I stopped. So
Okay.
there are all kinds of flowers that grow here.
Oh, gotcha.
Most of the trees are mature. They're at heights of 30 to 50 feet. Looking around from what you can see, because you're kind of like, it opens up and you're like right on the edge. Foot trails meander in between them. It's daylight. That should be fine. When you look further down the river, so you came out and basically the river goes straight, and then it kind of does like this. So when it starts to meander, if you go straight and look, you see what looks to be kind of like a tall wall that's been built right there.
A tall wall.
Okay.
I don't know why I thought of that.
Well, Matthias
As
will
of that, that's pretty much all you got.
Matthias will fill his water skin.
Giving himself 20 minutes of walking.
And he will. Do I have any other things I can fill? Oh, I will also fill a couple of my medium jars with water.
Okay.
And I will.
So you're going to continue on the river or just hop on land right there?
I'm gonna take the foot trails that you said are carved out. I guess I'll try to. So does it look like? So does the river meet the wall, or is it more like this landmass will take me to the wall if I follow a path?
So we'll have.
I feel like this is that part of The Witcher where the kids were walking up to the forest and all of a sudden arrows just come out of nowhere.
I mean, that could be what it is, but
So
Matthias regards himself as a
cliff on this
seasoned
side,
explorer and archaeologist. So.
and then basically you come out of the tunnel. And we'll say you are right here at water's edge.
Okay, and what did you say that this was?
Cliff.
Cliff.
So this is where
This
you're
is
at
the
is the
river.
water still.
Yeah. I'm trying to make sure of whatever he just drew over here was.
Is it Heathcliff?
That was a Bill joke. You're better than this, Justin.
Shut up, Bill.
I liked it, Justin. I thought it was
Thanks.
genuine from the heart.
Thank you.
Very much
Bill,
appreciated.
you've got like a tally right
It brings
now
light
that you have
to my
remove
mood of
one,
going down this river.
and just if somebody else does a bad joke, you can't comment on it.
Okay.
Bad jokes.
Until I get the tally down.
Well,
You're
that's another one.
the secret is though you're never gonna clean out your tally.
No, because you'll keep adding to it.
Yeah.
So that's what you kind of see. You see that it's basically all grass here, and there's just like a patch of forest. There's a patch of forest down there, and what you can see is like that's where how far the wall.
And so
it's not
right
the
here-
scale, but
Right here next to me is the wall going up.
yes. So
And
that's like the
it's-
cliff, and you can kind of see like trees at the top of it, and then the sun's kind of over in the corner.
Okay. And the wall was over here?
That purple thing.
Oh, is that thing? Does it look like a wall that might be...
This is not to scale. That wall
I understand.
is 1, 2, 3, 4. Is over 300 feet away.
Okay.
So it's kind of level ground, but you kind of like see like there looks
It's
to
more
be
like,
some
it's
kind
more
of
like when I'm
structure.
looking up over, I
Yeah.
can see the wall over
Yeah.
top of everything.
You're not sure if it's a wall, a castle, whatever. There's just a structure
Okay.
that looks to be like right there.
So then I guess my question is does it look brick or like natural?
You would have to get way closer.
Okay, then I'll start.
Getting way
I'll
closer.
find a trail that will take me that way to determine whether or not this is maybe a wall. I've already run into 2, if not 3, underground civilizations.
So
in
you're
this
going
place.
land, or you're gonna follow the river down.
I'll follow the river, but I won't float the river. Like I won't get in the river.
Okay, so you're gonna stand like here and just walk.
Yeah,
Okay.
as best I can. And if I can't, then I'll get in the river, I guess. Well, try and keep an eye out for any beasties.
What time we got? Oh, we got time. All right, I gotta
Sorry, guys.
Is this your
read a bit. And
is this your next player death? I hope it is.
Damn.
I've never wished ill fortune upon Lord Howard Phillips, but okay.
Getting this far away from the party is just a death wish.
Me,
He yearns to explore. That's his whole thing, though.
Daxter Young Bull were like the adventures of Hercules. He was Hercules, I was Docus?
Phil?
No, what's his name? Docus?
The satyr who trained
the
him.
little guy who was wolfing all the
Voiced by
time.
Danny DeVito.
Can I think of his name?
You're talking about the series with Kevin Sorbo?
Yes.
Oh God.
And Bruce Campbell's character?
No.
I used to love that when I
Yeah.
was a kid. Man.
Yeah.
What a great series.
What was his name? I think
If you know it in chat, throw it up in chat.
I think it
chat.
was
Yelkis.
The guy with the
You
blonde
know what's
hair.
cool though is we have these things in our pockets that have access to unlimited information.
That's what I'm looking up now.
And I'm using it to look up memes right now.
I say that all the time.
I know.
by the way.
Dude,
All
at
the
work,
time.
you sit there, you're having conversations at work, and you're like,
Go ahead.
That's Bill.
what? It does something?
He will ask me just a random, stupid fucking question, and I'll just be like, you have this device in your pocket that has literally limitless knowledge inside of it.
Yeah.
Well, like
How
today,
appropriate.
today we were talking about antiquated.
Italicus.
But that's not what it
Italicus?
King of Thieves.
No, not him.
Oh, that was
Oh,
that
not
was
him,
Bruce
Mr.
Campbell's
Weaver.
character.
Not him.
Yolkus. It was a
Yolkus?
Iolaus. Michael Hurst.
Oh, okay, yeah. But we were talking about antiquated, and I was like, well, if it's antiquated, is quated a word?
Shut the fuck up.
Yes, but yes.
Is that like
but
whelmed
Italicus
and
was-
overwhelmed?
Yeah, I like using whelm.
He literally had the same conversation afterwards.
Right, that whelmed is a word, but most people say overwhelmed and underwhelmed.
I like saying whelmed because it's just like, meh.
Hey,
If you
Sam,
look
do you
at
know how
the
much
picture
longer
of
you might be reading for?
Robert Trevor
Why?
from the show, he looks like the guy from The Simpsons.
Okay,
Like,
go.
Yes.
I'm just making sure that nothing pops
I
out.
love those.
Or if it does, I need to make it pop out.
Ooh.
Yo, well, Matthias is smart enough to run, so that's for sure.
All right, so while you look up for that, we're going to switch back to our hour.
Smart enough to go down the river by himself.
Yeah.
That's good.
Alright, so I'm actually getting Lord Phillips is getting nice and toasty in the hot tub. Guys, you still drinking your glue vine over there? You need a fill?
Thank you. Keep a fresh mind.
How's that? That smells good, young bull. It smells really good.
It's not done.
How much longer?
Nimble looks at his non-existent watch.
The sundial that hasn't changed all day.
Give it about an hour.
That's a long time.
This is a slow roast.
I'm okay with that.
Slow rotisserie.
Carl, you sure you can't taste this?
Yes.
You want to at least try it? I'll let you sip out of my cup if you want. I don't have to pour you one.
It's delicious.
And I just sort of sit back a little more. And then I actually just down it. And I go, God, we're fucked. We should be fucking dead.
So, if we do become fish people, do we speak the fish people language?
Oh, I don't
Probably.
think you just learn
I don't think
undercommon
it works
by
like
becoming
that,
a fish.
Geist.
That sucks.
All I
There's
know
no
is,
time like the present to learn.
well, it doesn't matter anyways because we're all gonna fucking die down here anyways.
But the thing is do we become Kotoa or do we become deep
Probably.
ones?
It's a matter of when.
Because I'm all about becoming a deep one.
Okay, so as you're walking down,
As I'm making my way
Laid back.
downtown.
Walking fast.
you notice that the trees near the river are most of the biggest ones that you've seen. And every once in a while, you'll catch a wooden sign that... What languages do you speak?
I speak Common, Deep Speech, Elvish, Undercommon.
Okay, so you notice two of them. It looks to be written 3 times in 3 different languages, and you recognize Common and Elvish. You're not sure what the other one is.
Okay.
It says, "Behold Willow's Wood. Harm not, ye'st be harmed."
Okay.
You used to be harmed.
And does it say that in both Common and in Elvish?
It says it in all 3 languages, but you only kind of read both.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to make sure that it wasn't like a puzzle where I had to read Common, Elvish. and
Oh, no, it's the
language
exact
to
same
be able
thing
to-
in Common,
It's
exact same thing
Yes,
in
be
Elvish.
harmed. What? Okay.
It's like getting like IKEA instructions, and it's only the first 2 pages, but the next 17 are all different languages.
That's fine. I will continue to follow the river.
And as you keep going down, so we'll move you. So
Keep my wits about me.
at
As
a
to
normal
not
pace.
hurt the forest in any way, shape, or form.
So what's your speed?
40.
It's taken a while. So we're gonna say like 10 minutes or so has passed, and you start to feel your skin start to like harden up and everything.
Damage.
Take the water skin. Okay. Pour it out. Whenever I feel myself getting dry.
Yep. And you continue down.
You did that experiment when I was still there, right?
What experiment?
Yes, about how long it takes for us to dry.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll just keep that in mind. And if I use my water skin, I'm gonna try to refill it since I'm walking on the river and everything. Because I'd rather not get in the river, because knowing jungle atmospheres, there could be various creatures that live inside of a river like this. And I don't need any guppies swimming up my pee hole.
Valid.
Most people would be concerned about piranhas, but nah.
So as you get closer,
I'm more worried about that though. the
Random
giant
sounds.
jungle bullfrogs.
Giant jungle bullfrog.
That was good. I like that. Bunch
Our
of bollywogs over here.
I remember the ROUSs.
The red's of unusual size.
Yes.
Do I see
Well, those
whatever
are
you're...
inconceivable, so.
Inconceivable.
Do I see what you're drawing there?
so you're about.
I like preempted.
You kind of get past this like dense forest area right here. Well, it's not the scale, but you get past this,
Okay.
and
And it's a clearing.
so this is more like back here. Yeah, this is more of a clearing. There's still trees like this. The part that I drew are like very dense. Those are like more of the foresty parts, and then here there's like bushes, there's trees, but this is more open. When you get
I'll
past
watch out for any
there,
thistle.
you see what looks to be a wall. And then you look to the right and you see a sort of building. And then over here, you actually see a boat floating in the water that looks to be kind of tied off to here.
Okay. Does the wall natural or structured? Like, does it look like it was like a bunch of stones thrown together, or does it look like brick, like man or
Handmade on that.
yeah? Because when I
It
get
looks to
closer
be a 20-foot high. Yeah, it looks to be a 20-foot high wall. It looks to be made of some kind of white stone, and it looks to be covered in like moss and ivy that's pretty much growing on it. And actually, you see, there looks to be a little break in the wall.
like I guess when you say break, clean or destroyed?
Clean.
Okay. So I actually want
There's
to
the walls, the trees. There's a little boat that you see over there, and a couple other things.
Okay. I would like to try to use my archaeologist feature of historical knowledge when I enter a rune or dungeon, which I don't know if you'd allow this, I can correctly
Technically, you're in a
ascertain
dungeon.
its original purpose and determine its builders, whether those are dwarves, elves, humans, Wanti, or some other known race. In addition, I can determine monetary value of art objects more than a century old. So
you're asking basically who made this structure?
yeah, like can I ascertain what kind of people would have built a structure like this? Because I know everything above has been dwarvish, but this seems different than everything above.
This looks to be more. What race are you?
Human.
Human. This looks to be more elvish made instead of
Okay,
dwarvish now.
that's comforting. Do I hear anything?
You hear lots of things. You hear the wind. Every once in a while, like a bird will fly by. You see like the flying V of some ducks that are just kind of going by.
How tall is this chamber? I didn't ask that.
It looks like you're in the open world. You see the sun at the perfect distance. You do not see a ceiling. You see a cliff on this side that's probably about 100 feet tall.
Okay.
Like, it looks like you are outside.
Then I will approach the break.
Okay.
I will avoid... Is there a man-made path? I'll ask.
No.
No.
I mean, there's like... Looks like there'd be like foot traffic, but not like a path.
I will try to figure out a way to step in the footfalls of another creature and or person
I like snow.
as to not disturb the creature. Yeah, treat it like it was like you're a kid playing in the snow, like trying to follow your dad's footprints or whatever.
Don't create new tracks, stay in the same tracks.
Right. As to not ruin the sanctity of the snow.
What
Except
is-
this is.
Wouldn't that make it harder on yourself?
So I'm probably gonna butcher the pronunciation of the first part of that, but Thetis Zane gave us a follow. Thank you, Thetis Zane,
Thanks.
Yes, thank
Approved!
because that's our DM's name is Zane.
you. Yep.
Hi.
Where'd you get that?
What?
The demon thing.
Demon thing, the mug,
Yeah,
clay monster pottery,
it's pretty cool.
the local person.
They do Cthulhu
So-
mugs, but they're like $100.
Are you just gonna just like beeline across the...
I'm going to try to find any, like where general foot traffic might have come through here. I'm trying not to disturb the nature as much as possible.
Right
So
now
whether
it's
or
just a
not that
slightly
means-
dense forest, like, because you don't... Technically, you see the building, so this should end about, this forest should, or this green part should end about right here. So when you get here, you see that the wall, you see a building, and then basically the paths that were there, that were like man-made, are more on this side. You're getting into more just like open forest terrain here. So no like obvious paths to kind of like follow, but you can see this.
Okay, then heeding the warning from the signs earlier, Matthias will go back and find a man-made trail to take to this place.
It just said don't harm the forest and it won't harm you.
I know, but is stepping on a blade of grass harming the forest?
No, it's hard.
You've been walking this whole time! You've been stepping on grass this
You
entire
haven't even
time.
entered the forest.
Actually, fine. I'll walk across the block.
Okay.
I'll make that easier.
So
I will. However,
is it like
I
slow
like the
pace,
caution,
just kind of walking, just kind of looking?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep walking. I'm going to actually reach into my bag and pull out a white shirt and like just tie
Draw
it.
attention to myself.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna like try to symbol like peace in case anyone's looking.
Okay.
Like, I'm not here to harm. I'm here for.
Little do you know that's the rival gang's colors. So you make your way across. As you get closer, you notice the walls are made out of marble.
fool.
Yeah. they are white marble.
I feel like this is their colors. Then I feel like white marble, white jacket.
As you get to the opening, I'll say you're in the opening and you kind of like look around. You notice another kind of semi-dense forest on the other side.
Okay.
Kind of because do you have like advanced sight or anything? You just have advanced dark vision, right?
I just have the 60 feet of dark vision.
It's dark vision.
Give me a perception check.
Okay. By the way, my passive perception is 19.
I know, but you
in case
are
that matters.
actively looking. The passive would be seeing the bear coming up behind you.
17.
17.
It really is the Revenant.
Fuck. Does that mean I won an Oscar for this?
So,
That was
as you kind of look, pretty much everything you've seen so far has been more like natural and more like untouched.
Right. But
When you peek through here,
Elven.
you see what looks to be kind of totems hanging from certain trees. So there's like, it's made of like twigs and feathers and bits of cloth that kind of look like a crude doll that are kind of like pasted every like 30 feet on a tree.
Oh, Jesus.
Every once in a while you'll see, or every once in a while, as you're kind of looking, you'll see like an empty bottle or like a rusty sword that's kind of just like sticking in the ground.
Okay.
And that's the image you get. You can suggest that this is a little more well trafficked than, or was.
Gotcha. Well, so I guess kind of give an insight check about these totems and such. See what Matthias might know.
Okay.
Like if these are like tribal or cult related.
Okay, give me an insight.
Six.
This is Midsummer. Oh my god.
You don't get any direct inclinings,
Okay.
but
And
you can inclinate with your character how he would interpret it.
Midsummer.
I guess
I haven't
Do
seen
I-
You're
it
gonna be
yet.
forced to
I already
have
gave
sex
a
with
perception
somebody and
check,
everybody's
but,
watching.
I don't
I
hear
haven't seen it
any
yet.
signs of
Is it good?
civilization or
Spoiler
anything
I
like
like
flank
it.
of
Corey hates it.
hammers or
The sound is definitely different. You still hear like the wind, a few birds, but it's, I would say, not as, the birds aren't as cheerful as they were before.
gotcha.
If that makes sense.
That sound that feels like,
Kind of a little gloomy on this side of the, but it's still as bright as it can be. You see the
Okay.
rays going through the trees and all that stuff.
I guess I'll check out these buildings that you said that are over here.
Okay. So while he's exploring, we'll say another. Because how far was that a walk? Okay, that's not too bad. We'll say another like 15 minutes has passed. So it's about a half an hour that he's been gone.
How's that chicken?
Oh. Because you were going to go this way.
Yeah, check out their buildings.
Yeah,
and such.
we'll
How's the hut coming?
Nice about that chicken.
we'll pull out a fork and stick it in the chicken. 30 more minutes.
30 more minutes.
Tastes like salmonella.
I pour the last bit of the glue vine into my glass and I go, Carl, are you there?
Yes?
Don't do it.
Did I ever tell you how sorry I am
No.
Well, what?
for my actions days ago with the Xanathars? I'm
Yes,
sorry.
You did.
I'm really sorry.
I know, Howard. It's all alright. It's all in the past.
You know, if my father was around, he would probably yell at me and lock me away in that room. and keep me there for weeks on end with no food.
Are you serious?
I had a rough childhood.
You should be.
Well,
As long as he had water, he'd be alright.
well, the difference between us and your father, Howard, is, and I think it's sad to say that I think the friends that you've made, and this might be something that has been hard for you to accept, is that the friends that you've made are a bit nicer and maybe care about you a little more than your father did.
This glue vine's good. You want some more?
Sure, Howard.
And I toss him the empty bottle, and it just like I drunkenly like obviously miss you completely, and it just falls into the other end of the hot tub, and it just floats there, and like maybe like a couple drops drip out and then kind of like diffuse in the hot tub, and I just go, sorry, I'm sorry.
It's all right, Howard. Don't worry about it.
I'm
Had a
gonna
rough day.
I'm gonna sleep,
Good idea.
and then I'm gonna
He's
sit
just gonna
back.
pass
Yeah,
out
I'll
right
sit back
there.
and I go, just wake me when the food's ready.
All right.
And then I just sort of prop myself up and I fall asleep in the hot tub.
So, I've been meaning to ask you this, Carl.
Yes.
I think it's kind of cool, but I noticed your voice was different the first time we met.
Yes.
Do you like this voice more?
A bit. Yes.
Can you change it to another voice?
I can change it to any voice I would like to, actually.
And follow it up with yes.
Yes. See?
Yeah, see?
That's pretty handy. Can you do it and at will? That's pretty nice.
Well, it takes me a bit of time, but I can do it.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure he does that all of us rather than just Will, but
I don't know, this, I feel like this voice comes in a bit more handy when it comes to talking to people and showing respect to those that we need to win over, I guess.
What was the voice before?
like Southern.
Oh yeah, he was like a cowboy kind of thing.
Yeah,
It was like Elvis.
A southern drawl.
It was
Yeah.
the southern drawl.
My name's Carl.
And this is Jackass.
Okay. Is everyone up top still good? No worries yet?
Nope.
I'm asleep. I'm
yeah.
asleep. Yeah, I went out for my.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we were full hour, I guess.
Yeah.
So,
And I drunkenly just passed out.
so when you look at these built, well, right now you want to see one. Okay, there's not two. This building looks it looks to be a windowless house that has a peaked slated rooftops that stands in the middle of the forest, and then
And it's made of gingerbread and candy.
it looks to be built on a higher part. So the way the walls go, it's just elevated higher. So you got to kind of walk up the hill to get to it.
Gotcha.
And when you look, there is a door on this side.
I will
This
firmly
building looks to be 40 feet wide from. Oh, I joke kind of right. Oh, that works. 10 foot squares.
Gotcha. I will firmly yet gently knock on the door.
We'll say you wait a bit and no answer.
Okay. Is the door locked?
It looks to be unlocked.
I will open it and take a look in.
And you see the inside of our hut. What are you doing back?
Teleportation.
So we will roll. No, not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. We'll wait.
We're gonna wait
until
till you
something-
The coven of witches will not attack you yet.
Alright.
So-
The door knocks
so-
back.
So the door is unlocked, but when you try
The
to
door
push
knocks
it,
back.
it doesn't move.
Okay. Then I will leave it be.
Make a dexterity saving throw. This house is a mimic.
I will not try to.
Exactly, the door knocks
A
back.
ginormous mimic.
That'd be really bad.
It's Monster House.
And there's nothing else. And there's nothing on this side of the river.
No,
Always
that's where the
wanted to
cliff
do it.
goes, and then you saw the boat that was moored
Monster
off right
House.
there. And then
I always wanted to do
You
a
can
campaign
kind
where
of-
you go into a town, like a ghost town, but it's all just giant mimics.
I would say when you look through here, you notice that there was another wall that went this way.
Okay. And there's no signage or anything?
The only signs you've seen so far,
Is that sign at the beginning?
and walking along the river, where I marked it.
The riverbend?
I love
At various points along the river, looks to be crude wooden signs. Each one is carved with the word. What was the language you speak again?
Elvish, deep speech, undercommon.
So it looks to be carved with a word that you cannot understand.
Well, that sucks.
And
I will...
it has an arrow pointing downriver, and there's a word on it that you can't understand. But the other ones that says basically if you harm the forest, we'll harm you, kind of thing. That you can read perfectly clear. It's
I guess
every once in a while there'll be.
My other question is does this word look to be written differently?
It looks.
Does it look to be like
hard, sloppily?
Okay.
In there.
It's not. It doesn't.
It's not as crisp as the other, like the other signs where they were made out of wood, but that was like handwritten. This is just like someone just.
Can I insight to see if this might be more of like a warning?
Sure.
DC 30. I think it's 12. Yep, 12.
You're not sure.
Not sure. I will go back to the river.
Okay.
And continue to.
So like this way?
Yep. And continue to walk down the bank.
All right. Continue to walk to the bank. Once you get closer, you see. What number is that? We gotta move a little bit.
Please tell me that there's like a skeleton or something steering this boat. I would be so fucking happy if you did. You're on the river Styx. That's not the only kind of ferryman that exists.
So when you look, there looks to be.
Oh.
It looks to be tethered to the mouth of this narrow cave at water level. What looks to be, what appears to be, is an intact wooden rowboat.
Okay.
And then, as the, where's my map? Where's my map? Didn't prepare for level 4 yet, so or 5. As you kind of come around the bend, this river keeps going in that direction, and I'll say another 150, 200 feet. This wall continues over here. There looks to be a bridge that is across the river that's about 150 to 200 feet down, and then there is a larger building that is significantly larger than the one that you just saw.
Well,
this looks to be built upon a natural mound of earth. This is a 70-foot long, 50-foot wide, 10-foot high building that looks to be made about the same stuff as before of the walls.
Okay, I will.
So, boat, wall, bridge, and another building about 200 feet down.
I will walk down until I get to the other building.
As you get far,
I'm assuming this wall doesn't run along the river, like it's not cutting
No.
off the passage. Okay. Because if it did, I would climb. But
yeah, this one goes straight that way, and then there's like a clearing, and then you can see the building and then the bridge.
I'll keep to the clearing.
As you get about 70, 80 feet down, there is a bigger gap in the center of this wall that looks to point in the same forest area that you saw before.
Okay.
And then as you get closer, there is a big building and a bridge.
Okay. Is there anything else closer?
As of right now, no.
Okay. I will approach the building and look for a door.
So as you approach the building, obviously you notice it's really big. You got to kind of climb up a little bit to get to it, and there looks to be no doors from this side that you can see.
But still windowless and everything else?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I will walk around until I find a door.
Are you going to walk back through? Because there's no way to walk around.
There's no way to walk around.
You'd have to either ascend into the river and see if you can get around that way, or go back through the middle part of that and then go around. If that makes sense.
Oh, so it's either go through the forest or go around with the river.
Yeah. So where you're at, it's right here. So that wall continues. There's a break. The wall continues. The wall goes this way. There's the big building, the bridge that goes across, and then this is the river line. So you're right here.
Okay.
So you either need to go through the river to see if you can get around, or go around that way that you saw.
Matthias has a climbing speed. Matthias will scale the building.
Can I kill him in 3 minutes?
Has it been
Let's see.
10 minutes? Is he starting to crack out?
How far are those two buildings apart? Those two buildings are pretty far apart. I'm gonna say it's getting to the point where you can feel your skin start to like crackle up again.
Water up.
Yeah.
And fill my skin before I ascend.
This hot tub is really nice.
I'm hungry though.
This is why you don't drink in a hot tub.
As I slip further.
No.
Your
And then my
deep,
my
your
chin is
deep.
like at the water level.
Hey, young boy,
I'm just like,
I don't mean to take away from your chicken, but you can make sure his head doesn't go below the water.
Okay.
Netty's keeping an eye on him and he starts licking his face when he starts getting
Oh,
Oh.
that metal tongue.
Nettie.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad I married you and your friend.
So this is gonna be.
Oh, and I kind of sit up, back up a little bit.
I guess I'll just fix this.
Okay.
That's
is
the
that what the
bubbles of
building
the
looks
jacuzzi
like?
going off every
Yeah.
once in a while. Someone's got to reset it.
What's that?
What's this? There's magic in the air.
Doors,
I
entrances.
love that movie.
So when you scale it, and what's your climbing speed?
40 feet.
And how do you have that?
My class.
Okay.
I have like 2 tentacled arms that come out and
So like a head crab from Half-Life.
So when you kind of scale the wall, it looks like it's kind of tiered, and then you get up there, and there's a door right in front of you, and then the building kind of goes off.
okay. How high did I have to climb to get to this door?
Say like 20.
Wow. Okay. And the
Yeah,
door
20 feet.
is like a balcony kind of a situation, and then there's the door there. Or...
It looks like you had to like walk up the mound, and then there's basically a big like marble platform, and then that building's on top of it. So you scaled the 20-foot platform, and now there is the building on top of it.
Does this still look elvish made?
Mhm.
I will knock on the door. See if I get a response from this building.
Did you watch this already?
I don't like that. I see what book you have in your hands there, and I do not like
What?
that.
It's just a player's handbook. It's fine.
No, it's not. I saw the blue.
Fine. It's fine.
Well, you got yourself into this. There, young.
Man.
I think I have it
What's
Matthias.
going on in that whole episode?
Yeah, that section. Where are you at?
Hey.
What kind?
All I
Okay.
can say
You
is
see,
they
Matthias,
always
I mean, Theron did it
what
because
happened
Theron
last
was
season.
dumb.
That feels on that.
Matthias is doing it because Matthias has a yearning for
It's been a
exploration.
lot of like just getting to the next story.
Right, you know what? Come on, man.
You just said the same thing twice.
Except Matthias is hyper
It
intelligent.
was like the first season was a tease.
Hyper intelligent.
Second season it was like
Last time I checked,
brought closure to it.
Carl was the smartest guy in this group.
We're both 20, so.
Shh.
You're not here.
You're not here. As Lord
you're
Phillips is like
silent.
drunkenly just sort of talking to the air. And he's like, And I just sort of slouch over.
So, as you knock,
Your hand gets stuck.
ooh, perfect. You hear a large creature start to like move around.
Is this door like wickedly large?
No,
Is it large?
Normal
Just a
door.
normal door. Okay,
you hear some rustling from inside.
that's fine.
Pull out my old drill. Put a little eye hole in it.
Matthias is not going to open the door. If Matthias hears someone coming to the door, then Matthias will wait.
Okay.
He's respectful.
You hear
Can't be Vicky.
you hear some heavy footsteps, and maybe like a and then you kind of hear like a really loud yawn / growl esque.
It's my
And next time we'll see what happens. Next week. Tune in next time.
What
See if-
happens?
next time.
You know,
See if Matthias killed himself or not.
I know that we didn't do a giveaway at break time, but we have 6
know, we have
viewers
6.
right now.
Hey!
And we haven't given away dice in some time. So,
So the keyword
Those
is
are there.
a phrase that pays.
We have dice.
So the
A lot of
keyword is explore.
Ooh.
So if you want to win a set of dice, type the word explore one time.
Type more than once, or you
And then we will wait for the delay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's all we can see of it. There's 1. There's 2.
Hey! Hey!
There's 3.
Ooh.
Well, that was
4.
Explorer. I don't think that counts.
I'll give it to him or her.
Was
I
it an
don't mean to
explorer?
assume your gender, Mystic Weaver.
Can I see that clear green?
No. These aren't for you.
I know. I know. Let's see what it looks like.
We are
He just has an addiction, okay?
going to calculate the results
Alright,
and see
so
who
give me
won.
the names.
Alright, so we have Thetis Zane.
Already.
I want him to win just because it matches my name.
We have Luithi. We have Nurse Chansey. I like that name.
that one.
That's cool. And Mystic Weaver.
Alright. Ready? Go! The winner is Luithi. Send us a message with your real name and address.
Hold on, let me
And we will mail the dice to you.
randomize
Your,
what we get.
Oh yeah,
last
you gotta
4
show them
digits
on the
of
map
your,
cam.
Social security card and
So send us a message, name and address, and this is the set you win.
That's what we got.
On the map cam.
White.
White,
It's like marbly, right?
white, gray, marble,
It kinda
kind
looks
of
like
jammy
It
jams,
kind of looks like Easter eggs.
black
Drop it
writing.
down a little bit. Move it closer. Raise it up. Oh, there you go. Oh, that's a good view. Oh,
Oh,
that's
it's nice.
pretty.
All right, so shoot us a message, name and address, and we'll get them to you as soon as possible.
Yeah, good job, Luigi.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Yes.
Tell your friends. We're giving away dice every session.
Yep.
Normally at break time, but special case tonight because you guys have been
Why
awesome.
not?
Yeah.
So, all
right,
right,
guys.
See you guys next
All
Monday.
right, see you guys next
Monday.
week.
Bye.
See ya.